named Ramona. She kinda looks like Tempest Storm, and she can dance like a little Egypt. She works down at the snake farm. Snake farm, it just sounds nasty. Snake farm, it pretty much is snake farm. It's a reptile house, snake farm. Ramona's got a keen sense of humor. She got a tattoo down her arm. It's of a python eating a little mouse, wearing a sailor hat that says Snake Farm. Snake Farm, it just sounds nasty. Snake Farm, it pretty much is Snake Farm. It's a reptile house, Snake Farm. I asked Ramona how come she works there. She says, well, it's got its charm. There's nothing to do in the winter now, then some kid gets bit at the Snake Farm. Snake Farm, it just sounds nasty. Snake Farm, it pretty much is Snake Farm. It's a reptile house, Snake Farm. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention something. This is a sing-along. Really. It goes Snake Farm, it just sounds nasty. Snake Farm, pretty much is Snake Farm. It's a reptile house, Snake Farm. It ain't exactly kumbaya, but being the music fog, it ought to be perfect. Help me now, be on TV. It said Snake Farm, just sounds nasty. Snake Farm, pretty much is Snake Farm. It's a reptile house, Snake Farm. Getting into it now. Well, Ramona likes malt liquor and a band from Wales that's called The Alarm. She said she cried when they broke up. She still plays the record at the Snake Farm. Snake Farm, it just sounds nasty. Snake Farm, pretty much is Snake Farm. It's a reptile house, Snake Farm. Sometimes Ramona calls me up and says, come on down here, it's getting warm. And she runs everybody off, and we, you know, it's a Snake Farm. Snake Farm, it just sounds nasty. Snake Farm, it pretty much is Snake Farm. It's a reptile house, Snake Farm. Help me now. I said Snake Farm, just sounds nasty. Snake Farm, it pretty much is Snake Farm. It's a reptile house, Snake Farm.
Check your references and find out I'm reliable in the hood. Give me bad, I wish you would. You'll see just it, twerk. If it's some dirt, then you'll get no cheese in return when I come back. The only reason I do that's to get a refund on my stack. But if it's fire, I'm coming back to get some more, and that's a fact. Best to believe it's gotta be good at green, that's where it's at. This is my smoking song. It ain't very long, but guaranteed to get the job done. Smoke one, what the fuck you waiting on? Get high. I love to blaze your high as the sky, but it get hot, white, out hot, so hot your brain about to fry. This is my smoking song. It ain't very long, but guaranteed to get the job done. Smoke one, what the fuck you waiting on? Get high. I love to blaze your high as the sky, but it get hot, white, out hot, so hot your brain about to fry. So you gotta quote the key or some of that California chronic. If it's fire, I'm jumping on it, and if it ain't, I'm bouncing off it. Ain't no profit coming back off big old bag of Bobby Brown. Soon as I get that shit, I'm Frazier bound and down to smoke a pound. I never frown as long as that Mary Jane is all up in my system. Too bad you missed them. What them 6 blunts that we turn to victims? It's on again, like you got a 2-liter Coke and a fifth of pen. Stepping in everywhere you go, falling down, cause your chin sheets in the wind. Throwing up nothing but liquor in bud. Slow your road, dog, you too fucked up. You gon' end up like the rest of them fools, face down in the flow, cause you got $2 bucks. I got some problems, just like you do too, but there's always tomorrow. We'll both solve them. Pass me the blunt, I'm getting tired of hitting on this bottle. It's almost over for me and you. My ass about to pass out. One more thing before I go, never mind, just put that fucking dope out. I'm smoked out, and there ain't no way I'm gon' keep on going. I should've been in bed a long time ago. This is my smoking song. It ain't very long, but guaranteed to get the job done. Smoke one, what the fuck you waiting on? Get high. I love to blaze your high as the sky, but it get hot, white, out hot, so hot your brain about to fry. This is my smoking song. It ain't very long, but guaranteed to get the job done. Smoke one, what the fuck you waiting on? Get high. I love to blaze your high as the sky, but it get hot, white, out hot, so hot your brain about to fry.
Good morning. Welcome to ClusterF. Hope you had a good weekend. We all overslept because of the time change.
A little bit.
I got in bed. I set my alarm clock. I didn't. I set my clock to reset the time. Didn't set the alarm at all. Went to bed. Just happened to wake up at 7:15.
That's surprising. My alarm went off and I was like, oh, what the fuck? It's still really dark. I set my alarm wrong.
Pitch black. Pitch black. That sucks. I can't let the dogs out. Can't go looking for deer. Pain in the ass. It's a pain in the ass. Daylight savings time. Toyo Tommy gifted a tier 1 sub, making it 63. Thank you, Toyo Tommy. And Buzzy's Moist Red Rockets subscribed for 57 months. That's deep. Sean Raz, 55 months. Appreciate it.
Oh, when I do that.
Ruin the
Sorry.
I'm kind of like brought the show to a screeching halt.
All right, let's go back to bed.
Let's go back to
Good
bed.
night.
What is the deal with the stupid change in the clock?
I
mean,
don't
I can't
know.
get it.
I don't know.
I think it's to fucking throw you off. You know?
Why do they say it saves lives?
It doesn't do. It doesn't
I don't
save
even-
lives.
Okay.
Go fuck yourselves.
Nah, I don't understand it. How it saves lives. Like it gets dark earlier. I mean, it gets darker. It gets dark later. So if your kid goes to school, before 7, he's in the dark.
Yeah.
How is that safer? I don't know.
I don't know
I
either.
debate. I don't even care. I get used to it. It ain't that big of a deal. But
Yeah.
they've been
Get
debating
used to
it for
by the time it's time to change it back. It takes me that long.
It's for sure. The first week you're gonna be going, we're eating dinner and it's light out. What's going on? Yeah, it's a pain.
And then all
in
of a
the ass.
sudden it's like, oh man, it's 8:30 already. What?
That's what it was. So like here in Florida, it'd be about 8:45 sometime. The longest day of the year, and it's not dark. And it's like, that's good when you're a kid, man. When you're a kid, you loved it because you could go outside and play till 8:30 at night. It was awesome. I don't
If
really
we
care
just
now.
didn't do this, it'd be normal times though.
Just
Like
be
you
normal
wouldn't.
time.
You know, would
Every year they say, this could be the last time change. You know, in Florida, they're going to introduce the bill to blah, 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 to, you know, do away with it. And then they never seem
I've
to
had
do
many
it.
arguments with people saying they don't do it anymore.
You have to do it.
Oh, Big
Why?
Kahuna says we voted for it to get rid of it, and Congress won't approve it. Why?
Well, you can make.
If the people want it, the people should get it.
I thought you could make your own rules as far as a state, because I know there's a state or two that doesn't do it, right?
Yeah.
But if you have to do it as a person, because you can't say, what time is the meeting? 2 o'clock? Well, I'm not. So I'll be there at 3 because I'm not on daylight savings time, and then you get fired. That's
We
what
were
I think.
trying to explain it to Bella yesterday. You know, the daylight saving time. She's like, "Well, just tell everybody it's still 9 when it was 10 o'clock."
Yeah, you know, and it's they can even make daylight savings time a wedge issue, and never solve it. Never solve it. Never decide. Never nothing. That's the way it is. We watched that movie you recommended, Trace.
Which one?
Ricky Snickety.
Ricky Stanicki.
Nikki.
Ricky Snickety.
Rickety Crickets. Rickety Snickety.
Ricky
I watched
Stanicki.
Stanicki.
I watched it not all vaped out. It wasn't as good.
Well, you watched it again?
Yeah.
Well, it's never as good the second time.
That's true. What did you think about it?
I thought John Cena was really good.
I
thought he was really good. I mean, if you take John Cena out of that movie, it's dog shit.
Yeah.
Ricky Stenay, it's dog shit, that movie is.
Yeah.
But he was good.
He
was
really
so
made
good.
the movie.
He made the movie worth watching. He was really good. I was impressed.
He's got a Cro-Magnon face.
He does. He's got a giant head. Like it's twice as big as a normal man's head. But, I don't know. Let's see if you notice this, Trace. And I don't give a shit, who you put in your movie, being woke or whatever, as long as it's good.
Yeah.
So they had.
But you got to remember, it was an Amazon movie.
That's
so
another
he's,
deal.
In on the deal.
He's in on the woke deal. So there was a gay biracial couple. There was a biracial couple. There was a dwarf. And the one guy was crippled. I think the gay biracial guy was also had to use a cane.
The white guy was.
And then there was the midget, and then there was a girl in a. You remember the scene where in the meeting and they ask like how much money or something? This girl like in the corner.
She's at a computer.
She's like, $134 million. And then they cut her to again, and she says something else. It's like they had And the thing is, for me, I don't care, but they weren't good actors.
Yeah.
Like that midget sucked. It's like they put him in there just because he was a dwarf. And the guy with a cane sucked.
Yeah, he was awful.
It was like
He was a white guy.
Yeah, you can tell.
He was just a horrible actor.
It's like
It's like the whole movie was woke, a bunch of woke actors that they put in there just to try to brainwash the American public again to be woke.
I think they're getting money for it. They
probably get money. Yeah.
If you put somebody who's disabled or a dwarf,
and if you give them a line,
you give them a line. They give them some lines.
That's a big difference too, in pay and everything. If you give them lines, and I mean, it's just not believable that there's a dwarf that is a head of a company. They're not usually head. You don't ever see that as a head of a company unless the dad was rich, a billionaire, and he made his dwarf son the head of a company. That's the only way.
All I ask is hire dwarves who can act.
Yeah, and he just wasn't good.
Just ruined the whole scene. You're like, this is not even believable. That guy sucks ass.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like all the scenes without John Cena in. When I watched it the second time, I just fast forwarded over.
even what's his face, Zac Efron.
He was walking through that movie.
Yeah.
He was collecting a paycheck. Zac Efron, and the guy who's on Dave.
Yeah,
he's good.
He's good.
He's a good actor, and he was good. That was those two were the only good part of the movie. But John Cena, I mean, it's not a great movie, Ricky Stanicki.
It's not.
But it was interesting to see John Cena. It was funny the way they had him do all the musical things.
Yeah. So. He's acting because it's a movie, and then he's being an actor in the acting movie. So it's like.
So rush out and rent. Ricky Stenicki. If
Hey,
you
it
like
was
John
free on Amazon.
It was free. I mean, not like a
Finally.
free movie. What do you? Finally,
Finally, something free with Prime.
it's like we're trying to watch Curb Your Enthusiasm, and you can't. You go to Prime. We don't have HBO Max, so you go to Prime,
We
and
do.
it's well, we don't get it. It doesn't work with our TiVo anyway.
Yeah.
And you go there, and it says HBO Max or nothing, right?
Yeah.
And you can't,
Can't
otherwise
get
you
it anywhere.
It's like I'm not signing up for a bunch of shit to watch them. How many apps can there be? And this is why the quality of movies is so shitty. Everybody's making $3 million movies, and when they used to be $100 million movies,
Yeah.
and they used to spend them on the best writers and the best actors. It's going to be soon. See, like they talk about the AI. It's going to take over the writing and everything. And it's not going to be as good, but it is going to take over because it'll be free and cheap.
Mm-hmm.
And you just piece together a movie through AI. Hey, AI, write me a movie about a guy, and his girl, and they go to an island, and then it writes it like
It seems
that.
like they just know. It's like nothing they ever do fails because they make it not fail. And you think, man, this is going to be shitty and it's going to fail. And then they just, it didn't. They make it not fail. They hype it up just like that stupid Barbie movie.
Barbie
It's a stupid
Barbie movie.
And they made that, a big deal just by hyping it up so much. And that's all they can do. It's all they have to do with everything now. Just go by the Barbie
It's
movie.
a hype.
They just hype it so much that it doesn't fail.
And
everything they do doesn't fail because they know how to. They've learned how to manipulate the public to make everything work out.
Oh, and there's a big stink about how Barbie, didn't get enough Oscar nominations, and it's like, I watched the first 20. Don and I watched the first 20 minutes of that movie, and that movie should be banned. It should be never played again. It was atrocious.
Horrible.
The acting was abysmal.
It was just awful.
I gave it a chance. Like, I'm gonna watch it. I
I
want to
think
see.
we watched more than 20 minutes even.
I don't know.
I was like, let's just give it, now that they're out of the Barbie land,
Yeah.
let's give it a few. And then it was just like, no.
It didn't get no better.
And did it win anything? Because last night on the news, she said it, like the Barbie movie and the Oscars or something. What was on last night? The Oscars?
Yep.
The Oscars. It won an Oscar for a song that was in it.
I think that's all it won.
That was it.
The favorite part of that Ricky Stenicki movie was the jerking hands part. When they're having the serious,
was it the air dick?
yeah.
What's it called?
What did they call
air
it?
dick? Air jerkin or air dickin?
Air dickin. When he's having the real good serious conversation, John Cena's like, "What's the air dickin?"
Yeah.
Yeah. Who was that? William H. Macy? Was that William H. Macy? Yeah. He was good.
Yeah, he's a good actor.
Ricky
And see, they got
Stenicki.
some pretty good people to be in it too. But
Yeah. There's a lot of people who like John Cena. He's actually see.
he was down at the Stonewater this weekend.
He lives right around here.
Yeah.
It turned me into a John Cena fan. The movie. That's.
I've seen him in something else where he was funny too. He was the only one that could deliver his lines in a funny.
Yeah.
So some people, like, you put him in like Johnny Depp, you'll put him in a comedy, and it's just like he doesn't have the comedic. He's a good actor, but you got to be funny.
Mm-hmm.
John Cena's funny. So if you like John Cena, you'll like Ricky
Stenicki.
Maybe 10 years ago you'd have watched it and been like, that movie was okay. But with the dog shit they got going now, you watch it and you're like, that was a pretty good movie.
Seriously. It was like better than the last two new things we saw. Here's Barbie. Here's what's his name, Ryan Gosling, singing "I'm Ken" at the Oscars. Right, I'm not playing. I'm just showing you.
Please don't.
I'm just showing you that they did a big to do. I don't think it won anything. It says Barbie award season hopes fizzled at the Oscars, so they didn't win dick, I guess, which is good because it was an atrocious movie.
And he's become somebody who thinks he's funny,
It's not funny.
but
Oh,
he's
that
not.
movie was so bad. It was so bad, making you angry bad. That this is I can't remember who said this, but they're like, America used to be not the beacon of the world for freedom, but the beacon of the world for entertainment. The best movies, the best music, the best TV shows. Now it's all reality and Barbie and dog shit. And it's like, what a terrible... It's so sad.
What a terrible thing
so
to turn our
sad.
country around into.
Nobody cares anymore about good shit. They're good now.
And
They're all
you just-
walking TikTok.
And everything we say is just garbage, and then everybody just gets used to it, and that becomes the new norm.
Exactly.
Boo.
Then when you hear a show like ClusterF, your like mind is blown. Like, where did this come from? How is this even allowed to be on the air? This is so much. This is head and shoulders above anything out there.
That's right.
God damn it.
But they ain't hyping us up, so yeah.
Yeah, they ain't hyping us up. They're squashing us.
Yeah, they don't want any.
So I did not
any of
watch.
that.
I did not watch the Oscars. I don't watch. See, I used to watch award shows so that we could talk about it. On the, gives us something to talk about. See, fuck that. Fuck the Oscars. I might watch like I'm not. I don't think we watch any of them. And Grammys, nothing. We watch the Grammys just to get mad.
Forward it through all the fucking on stage.
Grammys is nothing but simulated sex on stage. We don't need that. We got Pornhub. If you want to go watch porn, you watch porn for free. You don't have to watch it on your TV.
On the Grammys.
On the Grammys, people starting out with rage.
Yeah.
On a Monday.
You were talking about them, giving people money to be woke or something. I cannot figure it out. I was listening to somebody talk about it, and they're like, there's got to be, they got to be a part of these big companies, and there's got to be somewhere else they're going with it. Like Sports Illustrated and Victoria's Secret and Bud Light. Like, why?
Yeah.
No company ever in the history of the world has been like, I'm going to do this, and my company is going to... It's going to ruin my company.
Yeah, but we're going to make a stand on this.
I'm going to do the exact opposite of what the consumers of my brand want, which is
that doesn't make any fucking sense.
It's there. See, I read it once. I looked it up. Diversity, equity, and inclusion. Like a lot of big investment firms, and this is from the government making them do it or something. Like they won't invest in your movie or your this or your that or your beer unless you do a certain amount of diversity, equity, and inclusion. And this is all, and that's what it all is. It's a big fucking charade.
I mean, every business in the world right now is just doing, they're making this, they make a product a little bit shittier for a fucking nickel,
Yeah.
just to make an extra 4 cents, and then but they're going to, and they have giant meetings about how do we save fucking $3. But they're going to go in that meeting and be like, how can we lose $3 million? Let's...
Right?
Yeah.
Makes you wonder. Things that make you go,
Quite suspicious.
And I don't know what the end game is other than they're, really fucking up our society, just trying to make, like, Americans completely different than we were.
Yeah.
And I don't know that that's a better thing. I
American-
don't think it's a better thing.
See, they went from American exceptionalism. That was the big thing. We're the best. We're the most free. Blah blah blah. And then they, in a space of just a few years, they're like, America is shit. We're bad. We're horrible. And let's change everything.
Yeah.
Because they stole all our money, and it was time to pay the piper. So Sean Rez says, did you hear RFK Jr.'s response to the State of the Union? I didn't. No, we did. I didn't watch it. I tuned into the State of the Union for 4 minutes, just to see what just to look at it and see if Biden's like doddering on the podium, and looked at all those old effers, and listened to it's the State of the Union. I put it on Facebook. The State of the Union is a giant group of liars gathered into a building to hear a bigger liar tell lies, while half of the liars won't applaud, and the other half applaud every lie he says.
Yeah,
And it's like,
stand up and giving
who-
him a standing ovation for everything.
And it's complete bullshit lies. And every year you have to hear the media talk about the State of the Union like it's not a bunch of criminals in a building ruining and raping America. And no, I did not see RFK's response. And I doubt RFK is a legitimate guy. I bet he's a con artist like every other one of them. Every single Kennedy's been a piece of shit.
It's true.
JFK stole the election. His dad, talk about stolen election. JFK's dad, super rich guy, stole his election, got him elected. Then he slept around for a while before he got the bullet to the noggin. And then his brother got shot. And then Ted Kennedy killed a girl in a river. And then their nephew raped a girl at the compound. Pieces of shit. I ain't voting for RFK. He's a fucking plant.
Yeah. But thanks, Sean, for the $10 on PayPal last week.
Yeah.
I think we forgot. I think you might have forgot that. Or didn't see it, maybe. But thank you, Sean.
Thank you,
Appreciate
Sean.
it. Good morning, Elab.
From a Trump tweet.
But if you think, like, Biden for sure is going to run for president, right? I mean, they're acting
that's
like
not-
he is.
Yeah, but they can change that easily in the next couple
quickly-
months.
I mean, don't you have a certain amount of time to get a new guy in there to, or do they want a new person in there so that you don't have too much time to rail on him?
They'll put like Gavin Newsom in there in the last second, and he's the biggest piece of shit ever.
Yeah.
So they'll do it so you don't have time to dissect how crap he is.
It's usually someone nobody's ever heard of, though. Like when Obama showed up, it's like, what? Who the fuck is that? You know?
Yeah, nobody ever heard of him.
Nobody ever heard of him.
Now, I don't know how. Okay, how are they going to do this? If they get rid of Biden, so you've got Kamala Harris, I guess. So Biden has to remain president right up to the election, or else it would be President Kamala Harris.
Yeah.
And she's the worst vice president ever. She's like a blithering idiot. So how do they do it? He has to run. What if he dies? How do they? I guess they have a contingency plan if he dies.
Who, Biden?
Yeah.
No, he probably ain't going to die, but
Because then if she was president, it'd be very hard to pass her by, you know? Because they can get rid of him. They could say, he's lost his marbles, and we finally realized it, and he would play along. It's all he's
I
ready.
don't know if they'll ever say that, but
No, if they want to get rid of him, they would. They'd say, okay, it's time to get rid of Biden. He served his role as a geriatric, prince who can't be, you can't make fun of him. He's just an old man. He did a great job for 4 years. 4 years, people are just like, oh, poor Sleepy Joe, when he's actually a huge, probably murdering criminal.
and who would have? I just don't understand why they think. I mean, I guess Americans do buy it, but I don't buy it. It's like an 80-something.
Oh my God!
The fate of America is in the hands of an 80-something-year-old idiot. Are you
Bidenomics.
kidding me?
He came up with the plan.
You think that we have
coming up
an
with these plans.
80-something-year-old man running the United States of America and making decisions? Okay.
That's
What you we need, even in their 70s. We just don't need someone in that old, Well, they're not. I know that they're
that's
not
gonna be
running
our-
the
that's
country,
gonna
but
be our
most people
option.
think they are. But it's like, come on.
Here, Tucson chick sent me something related to that.
Ink Spike says, I watched the State of the Union speech.
Hang on. Go ahead.
I didn't watch the State of the Union speech, but I did go to the grocery store.
Yeah, that's all you need
So
to
I
do.
know
That's
what
the
State of the Union
That's,
is.
that's very good. State
That's
of the
what I
Union.
always say. Can't people figure it out for themselves? Just like,
Well, I think they do. I think it's the media narrative. I think most people are like, F this.
Starting to figure it out.
I think 60-70% of the country are like, this is BS as far as the inflation and all this stuff and the immigration. And the media's just playing along like,
yeah.
it's even still. It's even
I think
still.
they're even they keep saying like Ron DeSantis he's keeping our state, illegal alien free, that kind of thing. He's not letting them come here. We're shipping them all over the country, but we're not letting them come here. And I think he's lying.
Yeah.
If you go out to the store, you might see that he's lying. I'm like, I think they're shipping them here, and they're just lying to us.
Yeah, they're just lying. Of course.
Yeah.
You know, yeah. Well, if you look at the insurance debacle in Florida, homeowners insurance is almost, untenable. You almost just have to move out of your house. They're raising the rates like ridiculous. And the property taxes. Well, that's on DeSantis.
Yeah.
I was talking to Donna yesterday, and I was like, fuck these insurance companies. They got a bad business model. They got a horrible business model, and now they've had to double and triple people's premiums. They're criminals with a bad business model, and they should all be, they should all be put in prison.
And our governor, they act like, they've been saying it for a year. They're trying to, do something about this insurance. The insurance rates are, our government's trying to help. We're really trying to help. We're trying to do something about the insurance rates. They're not, because if you get your insurance papers in the mail, it says right on there how they
approve the increase.
The government's approved all these increases. So they're not trying to do anything. They're just lying to you. They're actually approving them to go higher. While they sit on the news saying that they're trying to help. They're not.
Who's to blame?
They're the with the heart of gold people. Someday I wanna be old. Hey people, old people.
This is who's wrong. This is who, and you wonder why the country's turned into a shit show.
Yeah.
You've got
Look at that guy. He looks like a
Frankenstein. I don't know.
like a vampire.
Looks like
or
a
something.
pedophile.
What is it?
They're the hands you wanna hold people. Someday I wanna be old. Someday I wanna be old. Someday I wanna be old.
This guy, I saw this guy poop his pants on stage.
Yeah, I did.
Do you remember? Do you see that? And he shuffled off.
Yeah.
People too. People, old people. You're gonna love old people. Someday I wanna be old people.
It's disgusting. Look at that old bag, old, just disgusting.
I mean, I've never seen. Who's that one girl in the back right there?
Nancy Pelosi.
I mean,
she's
she is
80.
I've never seen her to where she doesn't look like she's just like taking like 10 Percocets before she got out.
Well, they say
stage.
she's a drunk. Let me see.
there you go.
I want to see what she looked
How
like.
come there's no? Where's all the? They're just letting the young. Where's all the old diversity in the Senate and the House? Where's all the old?
What do you mean?
They're the ones. They're the worst
Where's
of
what?
all.
The young people. What do you mean?
They don't have hardly any old black people up there because they never let them in. Yet they're shoving everything down our throats. Where's all the trans that are old that you guys have let in that you love so much that you've let in to be part of our government for the past 20
Well, they hire
years.
the trans to be in the administration, so just for effect, like they got the they had the bald trans. Yeah, but they don't want them with them.
Yeah.
They just put them like I wanted to ask Sean Raz.
Where's the dwarf senators? Yeah, where's that?
I mean,
that?
I'm about to. It's so fucking irritating. I can't take it anymore. Like, what are they doing to our country? Like,
It's starting every day. I'm just like, what the fuck is going on?
I mean, when you look at the transgender deal, like, I just heard this the other day that there's hundreds of transgender clinics around the United States. Like, that fucking blew my mind. Like, I was like, there's like 6, 7 kids that have got their genitalia removed but they're doing it to all types of kids.
They say, I saw this was a few months ago. They were like the trans, I don't know what you would call it, the transitioning transgender, the whole deal, the business model is going to be worth over like $2 billion in 5 years. It's like, if there's money involved, they'll cut your kids, sexual organs off. They'll drug them. They'll do whatever. They don't care. And it's the biggest scam ever. I mean, how long? You haven't been along that live, but when you were going
that live.
along that live, that long. Do you remember in your high school, junior high day, all the kids that were miserable and committing suicide because they were born in the wrong body?
No.
It really didn't
It's
happen.
not even like a.
They
thing.
did away
They
with
don't-
all the mental health places and opened transgender ones instead for not many people to go to.
They don't even say why doesn't You know, they're all talking about how good it is and like, oh, you know, they feel trapped. How about, why don't they even bring up that a lot of these people that get, you know, when they're a boy, gets his penis cut off and turned into a vagina and then turns 14 and realizes, oh, I didn't want to, you know, there's a lot of people who regret it. Mm-hmm. I think a fair amount of them are like, oh my God, I shouldn't have done this when I was like.
Well, just think if you're like a female and you get transitioned to a male and you get your monstrous, genitalia created, that doesn't work. Like, you're not like having a great sex and great orgasm.
No.
If you're in the opposite, if you're a man, and they give you a vagina, you have to I'm trying to think of how to say it. You got to keep it open, you got to keep it working, you got to put things in there. I bet it's a nightmare. And I've seen, people who detransition and they're like, yeah, it was a nightmare. And
a lot of, these doctors that do it, they're doing it because they're not that good at doctors and they're not doing too well. So they're like, fuck, well, the only thing left to do is
let's go into that.
That's
what it is.
If you're doing that, you're probably kind of a sketchy doctor, because if you're a doctor, you should know this is not what I should be doing.
Elab said most of them have infections they have to deal with forever. AJ says they don't turn it into a vagina; it just becomes an open wound.
Exactly.
Oh, God.
Who is it? Timothy Chalamet, or I don't know who he is.
Chalamet.
So he was a female actress, and she transitioned to male, and it's like she probably won't ever work again.
Oh, but they're so woke out there.
Yeah, well,
why not?
she'll get tossed some roles like that, but she, her star is done. As far as being a star, ain't nobody gonna buy that. I'm telling you. I wanted to ask all people who are big Donald Trump people, what do you think about this tweet? Donald Trump tweets out. This was after the State of the Union, and Joe Biden was talking about the vaccine, and we saved the day with the vaccine. And Trump says, the pandemic no longer controls our lives. The vaccines that saved us from COVID are now being used to help. Oh, wait. No, that's not the right one. Oh, no, it is. Are now being used to beat. This is what Joe Biden said.
Oh, I thought you said Donald Trump.
This is Trump. He's tweeting it, but he's quoting Joe Biden.
Okay.
He says, you're welcome, Joe. 9-month approval time versus 12 years that it would have taken you. So Trump is big time taking credit for the vaccine. And so what do you think, Sean Raz? He says, I'm not a big Trump guy. I just have to support him because of the lawfare. The lawfare? What's a lawfare?
I don't know what a
lawfare is. I wish he didn't run. He was, see, if he's not going to take... If he's going to try to take credit for the vaccine, which, according to a lot of people, is not, not, and COVID, they're coming right now. The all left and right, CDC, the world, they're all saying, well, COVID was Bill Gates. COVID was actually more like the flu, and we just didn't know. It was a bad flu, and we didn't know. So Donald Trump is taking care of creating a vaccine to end a virus that really was just the flu.
Which says that he's in on it too.
And he's in on it too, and that's what I've always said. There's a 5%.
They're all in on it. You can't get that high up and become president without being in on it.
He's not. He's an outsider, babe.
I wish he was.
Been a politician for the last 10 years, basically.
I mean, and it's nobody really talks about the fact that it seems like they murdered a bunch of people to start off COVID. People started getting sick and they went down the wrong route and was putting people on ventilators, like on purpose to kill them, and then hyping up the numbers with dead people that they killed with these ventilators.
Yeah, I saw in the very early stages, I saw videos on TikTok and Twitter of doctors going, this is not the protocol. Putting people on ventilators is an 80% mortality rate. It's like this is, and they got squashed.
Remember, they were trying to get just any company to make more ventilators. Remember?
What a scam that was.
That whole thing, they were like,
yeah.
We don't have enough ventilators in this whole country to save all these people. And here, it's like they weren't saving anybody. I mean, maybe they saved a few people.
I'm sure. You do, that ventilators are useful for some, you need them sometimes.
But you never hear of, that people who are on ventilators during the rest of the, before COVID and everything. So maybe that many people were just getting on ventilators, older people for the flu and all that anyway. And they just let's publicize this and make it look like it's a horrible thing. I don't know. I'm just saying.
They
what
had-
else did they do that for?
They did it.
I mean, did they
did it to
purposely kill people?
Yes.
I think so.
There was a big thing right around that time, like you were saying, baby. They're like, we need ventilators. And they had this thing on the news, whole segment. And they talk about these guys at the University of Florida. And they came up with this, like, homemade ventilator. You know, it's a little thing. And they're like, this is really good. And then you never heard about ventilators
Never heard
again
about it
after the
again.
first few months of the pandemic. Because that was all, they had to get it going. Just like in New York, when Cuomo put all the old people all together with the COVID so they'd all die.
Yeah.
It was a big hype job. Yeah. So yeah, Trump's he's totally in on it. He's totally, you got to admit it. He's in on it. Come on, he's in on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And this whole everybody in court for, just a constant suing everybody and taking them to court. None of these people are ever going to see jail time. I mean, you think they're going to put Trump in jail or Joe Biden's son, the president of the United States' son in jail? That's never going to happen. It's just distraction. None of these people. And then they try to, that one lady tried to say, that just shows that nobody's above the law. It's like, yes, they are. They're all above the law. And don't forget that.
You think of like these are the biggest criminals, in
Yeah.
not the world. There's other countries have their own
Right.
criminals. The biggest criminals in the country, and maybe one every 15 years goes to jail. Maybe.
And then they get
Maybe.
pardoned.
And then they get pardoned. Here's Trump. Here's Trump coming out during UFC 299 Saturday.
Yeah.
Jay Trump, flanked by UFC CEO Dana White.
That's his crowd, man.
And that's why, as an almost 80-year-old man, you run for president.
Yeah.
Can you see? I mean, I'm just, I don't even believe this moment. This is, and I'm not going to do that for Trump. But it almost
You
gives.
might.
I might if I was in the crowd.
If you're there,
if I was there,
and
yeah.
everybody's going fucking crazy. You had a couple beers. Fucking,
And-
whoa!
And you see this is really how dictators are made. They say Trump's going to be a dictator, but when you get such support for people because they're so mad at something, whatever Trump does, they're like, yes, Trump, and then he takes over and and ruins the country, like, even more than it's already ruined.
And lost in the pageantry is just how big a mixed martial arts fan Donald Trump is. He sits octagon side with the cans on.
Donald
Absolutely
Trump's a
loves
big
our
MMA
And
fan.
he's been there. I've seen him at quite a few.
Yeah.
President Trump in the building at UFC 299.
So he got a huge pop, there. That's just like Hitler got a lot of huge pops too.
He did.
He got a lot, didn't he? He got a lot of huge pops. Here's It's like this is Nick Boza of the 49ers meeting Trump. And it's like the best day of his life. He met Joe Burrow too. They were just fawning all over Trump.
Who is Nick Bosa?
That's Joe Burrow right there. Nick Bosa's a defensive end, and Nick Bosa's a defensive end. Joe Burrow is the quarterback
Yeah.
for the Bengals.
Okay.
They were totally marking out.
Man, what have you heard about the Mike Tyson Jake Paul fight?
Did it happen, or is it gonna?
No, it's
I heard it's
scheduled
good- yeah.
in a couple months.
He's like 60, isn't he?
Yeah, he's almost 60, and it's like I don't know what to think about this. Like,
It's fake. That's what you need to
I
think.
think it's fake, know.
Yeah.
But it's supposed to be like the biggest fight of all time. They're getting it somehow. I don't know if it's all fake or it's even gonna happen, but they're saying it's gonna be the first ever time that Netflix goes live.
It's going to be a Netflix
It's going to be
deal.
live on Netflix, and there's not like a live Netflix deal right now.
They're working on
They're working on it. That just seems like a terrible idea in general, you know? Like to do the most, your shit's going to go down, right? Your shit's going to crash because people are watching it. You haven't even tested it out yet.
Or is it that hard to do? Is it that hard to do?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Who do you think would win? I feel like, of course, they're not going to, like, Mike Tyson would be like, I'm not going out in my career getting knocked out or something by some young guy. But I feel like that guy, who is it, Jake
Paul.
Yeah, Jake Paul.
I feel like he's young enough that he could get a couple good hits in on him, but I don't feel like they're going to let that happen.
I think Jake Paul is a decent boxer, and the reflexes at 60.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. The reflexes at 60 are way slower.
And if it was real, Mike Tyson might get, if he got one good hit, he might knock him out with one good hit. But if it was, but I just feel like like you said, the reflexes are just not.
They say
he's 60 years old. Like that does. Jake Paul's 27 and Mike Tyson's almost 60. Like it's just, you only needed some subpar decent boxer to beat up an old man.
They say Mike Tyson is a huge professional wrestling fan.
Yeah.
So he might say,
Yeah, let's do the work. Yeah, then you put the bars. You knock me out. It's gonna be great. We'll make $10 million.
I mean, he doesn't. I was thinking these guys are gonna, maybe they hate each other. That's why they're doing it. But there's plenty of interviews of just, Jake Paul and Mike Tyson sitting there, looking like they're about to put on a show. Looking like they're about to fake this shit.
it's fake.
And
Every
then
one of
if
those
they
is
do,
fake.
remember the last one that we watched, and it was just like just a bunch of jumping around, and it was terrible.
Terrible.
And what if they do that again? It's like, all right, they're in the politics business now. They just know that people forget, and they'll pay for it again, hoping something different will happen,
yeah.
just like we do with politics.
It'll probably be one of the biggest pay-per-views ever with Mike Tyson. People want to see it.
So
And
after this one, everyone has to agree that we've learned our lessons,
I've
and we
already
don't
learned my
believe
lesson.
anything they say anymore,
And
right?
and I'm not buying it. I'm not going to do it. I'm just not going to do it. I'd be curious, but I don't. It's fake, and I'm not gonna waste my money on something that's gonna be totally fake.
Is it boxing or?
Yeah, boxing.
It's gonna be
It's gonna
boxing.
be boxing. I ain't gonna waste my money.
I think it's free on Netflix. I don't know. We'll
Free?
see.
Free.
I don't know if it's free.
Free.
We'll see about that.
It's like Weston sent me this. It's like I don't get this. This stupid slap fighting. It doesn't. Who would go to see people,
Slap
grown
each
men
other?
slap each other as hard as they can? I think if you get a little too much money and time on your hands, if you're going out to see slap fights.
I mean, I think they're pumping it up too. Like, I don't think people really want to see this. I think they're putting a lot of money into it. I think Dana White's into it.
Oh yeah, I think he's like in charge of it or something.
Like I feel like I should talk to Dana White and be like, "Do you really think this is this is terrible?" Nobody. I can barely watch just the highlights. You watch the highlight of a slap boxing
and
fight.
I mean, you can see it.
It barely holds my interest.
Yeah, I mean they slap pretty hard. It's
Oh
like that can gives that guy a concussion, right? It would seem, especially if you hit him. I don't know.
you'd think
get
you-
some of his ear.
What?
It's pretty hard hits, but it's not in that. It's not great.
These guys, these are like heavyweight slap fighters, and they're taking it.
Yeah.
These guys are taking every blow. Watch. Look, and they don't even. Like a lot of guys will reel. And,
Yeah.
but these guys, they just take it. And that.
What are they putting gunshots behind it when they're slapping them?
Let's see. Let's see what the sound is.
Do they have powder on their hands?
I think so.
It's like a fucking artillery shell.
They put a gunshot sound effect. Like there's a guy with a button waiting to time it. I mean, how else do you get this? This is not a slap sound.
No.
Yeah.
That's a
Shot some tannerite.
Yeah, they're putting some Tannerite sounds behind it to
Somebody put. I don't know.
gotta do something.
This is so fucking stupid.
Hang on a second. I want to see the. I want to see the crowd.
Do they ever knock them out?
Yeah.
Okay, so you can get a few hundred people to show up for it. It doesn't look like a big crowd. It's so stupid. It's the stupidest shit
You know how
ever.
you see how they get ready? You know, they get ready and they tense up. It's like, haven't you ever heard of the drunks in the cars? you just like up there and just loosey goosey it. And try not to tense up, then you won't get hurt.
Or else you get your head taken off.
Yeah, your
I don't
fucking
know.
jaw broken.
If you
Snap your neck.
loosey-goosey.
I don't know.
Well, how come the people drunks in the cars never seem to get hurt?
How is there not cheating? Like, you know, when he comes to hit you, you got to judge their hand, how open it is, and then
yeah.
What if every time he hits me, I do that a little bit, but just not enough for you to tell?
I think they got referees for
rules.
this to make sure you're slapping and you're not moving your head.
Lining him up. Trying to sit him down. 2. Didn't sit him down, but he stumbled.
That guy's. Oh, look, he's getting all bruised.
They
and-
get all swelled up. This is the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Well, I mean, to me, this is Wolverine versus Turpin Trace. Yeah.
Oh, that guy's
He's the Mexican Wolverine.
What?
That's it.
He can't talk because his mouth is so fucking swollen.
Jesus Christ almighty.
Are they the dumbest of the dumb that couldn't make it?
I think they they're the people with the hardest, thickest skull.
Yeah.
Who can take that? That's all they got. They got a hard chin. Slap fighting and Barbie. What's the world coming to?
You gotta be able to defend yourself, like just getting hit in the face time after time.
Just stupid concept. I mean, this is the next step after the slap fight is ow my balls.
Yeah.
people kicking themselves in the crotch, and then the guys, then the next guy kicks them in the crotch, and they go back and forth kicking themselves in the nuts until
Man, I mean,
See, I think they've all.
Dana White's a pretty good business guy,
Yeah.
and like it seems like after he went to the 10th slap boxing match, he would just be like, "Oh man, I fucked up. This is pretty boring." Right? Like,
yeah. I mean, I watch the UFC prelims a lot.
yeah.
When they're having, they show the free ones. And I don't care about the main event. I'm not paying for that. I'll just watch a bunch of other guys roll on the ground on top of each other.
I think Hollywood's always been controlled by the government. And then,
government's fault.
like 20, 30 years before they have them make movies, like,
Yeah.
what's it called?
don't know.
The Ouch My Balls.
It seems like, because there'll be a lot of times where you see the movies mirror, things that will
Yeah.
happen in the future.
Mm-hmm. They're like, here's what's coming, people.
Was it just to be, they get off on it?
Maybe.
Just to mocking us. They get off on
Yeah.
mocking us probably. They got a lot of time on their hands and a lot of money, and they want to see.
Yeah,
They want to
idiocracy
put
is
stuff
what I
in
was
our
talking
face,
about.
throw it right in our face. Boy, the Savannah Bananas.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fuck them. That's what I said.
Yeah, they went
Fuck 'em.
they went big time. Now they're selling out Major League Baseball state. Look at this.
This is kind of Ow My Balls of baseball.
Kind of is. This is Savannah Bananas selling out a Major League Baseball state. Look at that. It's sold out.
They've sold out everywhere. I told you guys.
but no. This is a major. They don't go to Major League Baseball stadiums, babe. They were all minor league. Willie, come see the Savannah Banana. This is a major league. This is the Astros stadium, and they sold it out. The Tampa Bay Rays can't sell out a game.
That's pretty
Savannah-
impressive.
And imagine you're one of these guys, one of these jokers. and you started out probably they would have they probably still have to, but they would live like when the Savannah Bananas come to town, they'd say, "Who wants to let us live in your house?" A player, and take them on, because we can't afford it. Now you're one of these guys. Now you're playing in front of 45,000 people. And you're probably making decent money. So it's a good success story. But then you can't go see him anymore.
Man, I mean, how much would that suck, though, to have to go live with like a Savannah Banana fan?
Oh, my God.
Just, live in their house and wake up and then mark out to you all day.
Or hopefully you wake up.
Yeah, or they kill you.
Where you go, you got to stay in a stranger's house. I don't know if that's...
No, I think it's more like during their like spring training or whatever.
Oh, so they stay there for extended period of time.
Yeah, they have people in the area
Even
where they...
worse.
But still, I signed up 3 different email addresses for us to try to get in the lottery for Savannah Banana tickets. Not one of them got picked, got picked in the lottery. And I think it's just, you got to know someone to get in. Or they're, maybe
so big.
going with the richer people, or when they come to your town, all the doctors that put in requests for this, or all the people that have money put in requests.
Everything's a conspiracy.
Well, how do
I'm
you
not
get
just-
picked? I tried it the year
so-
before too. Never got picked. And then all of a sudden, you don't, and then none of them get picked. And then all of a sudden, they're all on the ticket master type
For resale.
for resale. Well, how did they get all the tickets if it's a lottery? How'd they end up with all the...
I have no idea, but I mean, there's thousands of people that want to go see him. So you're in a lottery with that. Your 3 things that's pretty insignificant. Not good odds to win at all.
Really?
Thousands,
Look how many get picked, though.
Well, I don't imagine. I imagine this. This one would probably go up to the box office, or this is not a route. I don't believe these people would be. They would just buy the tickets. They probably got a new business model.
Yeah.
Well, this was just for this season, this 2024 season, that we didn't get picked. And then they keep sending me stuff about, here, buy some of our swag, buy this. It's like, fuck you, I ain't buying nothing.
Yeah, they were good. They were good when they were mom and pop. Now I'm not interested in them.
Yeah.
Here's all right. Let's take a break. Here's Ned's song. Ned did a pro Joe Biden song. It's like, he's
Pro Joe, huh?
He's the best president, and Ned just couldn't, he's the best president. He makes Abraham Lincoln look like a schmuck.
Wash my ass.
Medical was too good today. I got this bitch. Cola, it's my cola. Biden, you're my everything. I know you are not a puppet. You were in such good shape. You will never kick the bucket. You were doing everything. Man, I love that Bidenomics. When you're on the ballot, I will put my fucking X upon it. Joe, you never lie. No, there is no cover-up. You won in 20. Trump was just a runner-up. You'll save our country from that crazy MAGA stuff. And we will elect you one more fucking time. Cause Biden, you're the best. You're the fucking best. Leader of the West. Trump, we all detest. You're the best one in the land. We know you're in command. You're Hunter's bestest dad. You're Hunter's bestest dad. Biden, you're the fucking... See you on your bike. Yeah, you don't need a wheelchair. See, you're in your swimsuit. Man, your legs got curly hair. Yeah, they got curly hair. They got curly hair. He's so good with kids. They love it when he sniffs their fucking hair. I know that Hunter never had a crack pipe. You did such a good job bringing down the gas price. Don't believe the lies about that Ukrainian cash heist. Joe was such a brother, he should probably have a black wife. Troop withdrawal, yeah, some might say you got it wrong. Up at 6 doing push-ups at the fucking break of dawn. Off the chopper, see you sprinting across the fucking White House lawn. Finger on the button, yeah, you could send some fucking bombs. Now I'm so tired of the doom and gloom. Screw old Donald Trump and screw his dirty fucking silver spoon. Yeah, them MAGAs are stupid. Yeah, those yahoos are deluded. Biden, you're everything. I know you are not a puppet. You are in such good shape. You will never kick the bucket. You are doing everything. Man, I love that Bidenomics. We are on the ballot. I will put my fucking bikes upon. Joe, you never lie. No, there is no cover-up. You won at 20. Trump was just a runner-up. You save our country from that crazy MAGA stuff. And we will elect you one more fucking time. Cause Biden, you're the best. You're the fucking best. leader of the West. Trump we all detest, you're the best in the land. We know you're in command, you're Hunter's bestest dad. In Ukraine, yeah, Zelensky gets a blank check. Jilla's such a hottie, I bet you fucking crank that. I really get off when old Joe, he starts to whisper. Unlike Donald Trump, you won't get pissed on by some strippers. Biden is a genius, he's winning on the issues. MAGA lunatics, we all be crying in their tissues. See a 10-year-old girl and you'll give her a loving tickle. Itchy trigger finger when you shoot a fucking missile. You're big and strong like King Kong. And I hope this will be your theme song. Yelling at Joe Ducey, yeah, you're spicy just like Dijon. You don't take no shit, oh yeah, you give it back to Elon. Yeah, some say you are a crackpot, but you are a player, but you got some stock in BlackRock. Hunter never, ever, ever, ever smoked a crack rock. Fox News is just lying when they talk about his laptop. I knew you were not a puppet, you were in such good shape. You will never kick the bucket, you were doing everything. Man, I love that Bidenomics. When you're on the ballot, I will put my fucking X upon it. Yo, you never lie, no, there is no cover-up. You won at 20, Trump was just a runner-up. You'll save our country from that crazy MAGA stuff, and we will elect you one more fucking time. Because Biden, you're the best, you're the fucking best. Leader of the West, Trump we all detest. You're the best one in the land, you know we're in command. Your Hunter's bestest dad, your Hunter's bestest dad, but you're the fucking best. Best I ever had, best I ever had, best there ever was. Yeah, this is the kind of song you ought to dedicate to somebody. Just make sure they're not a but nobody's there. He likes to sniff jail bait. Hope his hip don't break. We're screwed, and he is 2, maybe 3 years from his death. He's up on the stage, what's going on? I think his diaper is messed. One more term for Sleepy Joe, he's seeking, but his catheter is still leaking. An old cranky man lives in the White House, looking for a young female to grow. And some days his son will drop by. Hunter's looking for his lost bag of dough. Oh, an old cranky man lives in the White House. Yeah, his name is Old Sleepy Joe. Big disgrace, he is so senile. He acts like he is 100 years old. Oh, he's a cranky old man in the White House. He's so frail, it's a joke. See him stare with no expression. Can't you see that Joe Biden's brain is toast?
And by the way, you know, I sit on the stand, and it get hot. I got hairy legs that turn turn blonde in the sun. And the kids used to come up and reach in the pool and rub my leg down so it was straight, and then watch the hair come back up again. They'd look at it. So I learned about roaches. I learned about kids jumping on my lap, and I've loved kids jumping on my lap.
Hello, I'm
Say no more.
Mel
Say no
Tillis. You know the country singer. You know, wild horses couldn't drag me away from a concert, but a bad headache could. Aspirin tablets can be hard on the stomach. That's why I take Jolly's headache powder. I can't let a headache dictate my life. I need to run on all six pistons. Jolly's contains twice as much aspirin as ordinary powders. Mix a Jolly's headache powder in your favorite cocktail, and you're good as new. Ask for Jollies.
Welcome back to ClusterF. AdPap subscribed for 51 months. That's deep, AdPap. Luis fucking Linares, 41 months. Appreciate it. And Luis, thank you very much. I think Haiti is Haiti's about to be a lawless wasteland. Let me find my Haiti story.
I've heard they have been doing good.
Here it is. Let's get some scenes out of Haiti. Hang on, let me share this. Yeah, Haiti's the gangs are just taking over the entire country. This is Port-au-Prince. I think it's like the capital or one of the biggest cities in Haiti. Actually, this is Baltimore. I was just kidding. No, it is Haiti. So I have the vaunted Haitian military. I guess they're not doing too good a job keeping control. All got masks on.
What's the deal with that?
What's the deal with the masks? Because they're really not Haitians. They're U.S. soldiers
They might be.
fomenting a coup. Well, that guy's going to get his propane stolen for sure. I mean, it doesn't really look that much different than America now.
You know?
Yeah. So don't go to Haiti. They're not doing too well.
I won't. One of the countries I actually think might not be too good.
What, Haiti?
Yeah.
Don't. I would not go to Haiti. They say I was watching the news the other day, and it says that chewing gum sales have dropped by 1/3 in America.
What does that mean?
People are too lazy to chew gum. I don't know. They say that the pandemic, people stopped chewing gum because they said two things. It said two things. They said because masks, people were wearing masks and they didn't have to worry about their breath.
Yeah.
And I can't remember the other thing, but it's like, is that really why the only reason you chew gum is just, you know? Of course, I don't chew gum. I don't chew gum, a lot of gum. Do you chew a lot of gum?
Nah, if I get I don't even like, just chewing gum. Like if I do get a pack of gum, like I'll eat the whole pack of gum in 30 minutes, just put piece after piece, just chewing it up for a couple minutes and then spitting it out.
I used to chew gum every day on my ride home from work because it was a 40-minute ride. And try to stay awake with some peppermint gum, I'd chew a lot of peppermint gum. I'd get one of the. If I didn't have my little, plastic container of peppermint dentine,
crash into it.
I was
head on.
I was all out of sorts. But so they people don't chew gum anymore. That's kind of a weird thing.
Yeah, I mean it could be because it's so fucking expensive. Every once in a while I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get a pack of gum, and then I'm like. No, I don't think I am gonna get a pack of gum.
I gotta go check how much a pack of the dent. It's a little, little plastic container, probably 30 or 40 pieces of gum in it. And back in the day, I would buy it and be like, it's a little steep.
Yeah,
that was like 5 or 6 years ago. I bet it's absurd. I bet it's ridiculous to buy 30 pieces of gum now.
Have you been to 7-Eleven recently? They're I won't even stop at a 7-Eleven. I'll avoid 7-Elevens. I won't even stop at one. I'd rather try and make it to the next gas station and almost run out of gas.
Oh, yeah, I go to 7-Eleven.
Before I go, But their prices on everything is just through the roof. Like a 6-pack of beer is like $18.
No, it's not. Maybe, what's a Corona?
That's what, I used to stop and get Coronas there. Every once in a while, and it was like $16, $17, $18 for a 6-pack. Just insane prices.
Check this out. This is a Taco Bell commercial from 2010, not from 1986, Trace. Not from 1995. This is Taco Bell 2010. New beefy 5-layer burrito, 89 cents. Nowadays,
they're like
beefy 5-layer burrito, $5.36.
I don't know. I got a beefy 5-layer burrito, I think, the other day for like $3 something. But still, just going to McDonald's, you're like, fuck,
I don't go. Yeah, we don't. We try not to go to fast food anymore. It's too painful. Just like they're just shoving it in your face. That'll be $36 for like 2 meals and 2 Cokes, and you're like, F that.
You know, still when I go to these, these places like Wendy's and McDonald's, fast food, like I'm still just. I used to go to Taco Bell and get, like the 3 crunchy tacos or whatever with a drink, and some chips and cheese. But now it's like, this is pretty shitty food. Taco Bell.
Horse meat.
Yeah, horse meat. And, you pay an arm and a leg for it. And you're like, it's just not worth, $13 for a couple tacos and a drink.
It ain't worth it. It's Volatile Real Estate says 6-pack of Red Stripe was $17 when I went there. So you're right, Trace.
Yeah.
What is 6-pack? 17. Okay, so it's 6 divided. That's almost $3 a beer. That's what a couple years ago you were paying at a bar. You know?
Yeah.
Used to be. Oh man, that's $17 for a 6-pack.
That's what I'm saying.
You get 2 6-packs. And you head home after spending $34 for 12 beers. That. I mean, it's fine if you're going out to spend that money. That you expect to spend that money. Of course, now I don't even know how much a beer is out. It's been a while since I paid for a beer.
I mean, me and Lauren will go to like a dive bar and get $2 beers or whatever, $2.50 or. They set by the place by my house. They have Yingling for like $1.75.
That's a good deal.
And in a glass. But if you just go to any other normal restaurant these days, you're not getting a beer for less than like $6.
I remember they used to have like nickel beer night. Nickel beer, dime beer.
I mean, you can't even
sink or swim.
Even think about getting like tipsy at a restaurant. Like, that's not even, like, a possible thing.
It's going to cost you.
I mean, the drink, usually, if you go to a place, any restaurant, and you want to get one of their drinks, it's going to run you $10 to $12. And it's not, like, a real fancy, super...
It's just a drink.
It's just, a mixed drink. And if you're just going out for kind of a dinner date, and you both get one, that's adding $24 to your tab. Plus your $20 entree with your $20 side. It's like fucking just 2 people going out for a normal fucking dinner date. It's like $70-$80. Plus tip, it's like $100. You're like, what the fuck?
We just go anywhere we go. We just go into, like, say we're going to Carrabba's.
Yeah.
Don and I may by ourselves or with a couple other people. I would usually get an old fashioned and a beer, and I wasn't going to get drunk. I'm just having dinner, but I enjoy, having a nice mixed drink and maybe a beer. I'm like, well, right now it's not worth the $26 for 2 drinks. I'm not doing it anymore. It's just it's a principle of the thing. I'm not even getting drunk. So I'm not going to spend $26 on stupid one old fashioned and one Blue Moon.
Well, I mean, like, I go out and every once in a while now I go out and I just order the most fucking expensive thing on the menu.
Why? He's a baller and his crypto's going through the roof.
I just say fucking fuck it. You can pay. It's like $19 for the shittiest thing on the menu, something that sucks ass. You might as well pay the extra couple bucks and get something good, if you're spending that kind of money. I mean, I remember back in the day, 2 people go out.
Trace, I remember back in the day.
I'm telling you, man, I'm talking 5-10 years ago. You go out to eat and, like, sometimes you're like, oh, this was pretty cheap, and you look at the bill and it's like $30-something. Or maybe $40 for 2 people. I'm just talking about 2 people.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, it was, only $36.
Young people didn't used to say things like back in the day. When things were better. Now they see why people say it. I don't know about that Haiti thing, man. Do you think our government sent people in there because they want to put someone else in power, so they send in gangs to ruin it so that they,
of course they do,
beg for people to take over?
Absolutely. It's not even a question anymore. We do that all over the world. We are exceptional
we will make you beg for us to take over your country.
Red Lobster Ultimate Feast. It used to be
used to be the most expensive one.
Yeah, it was the most expensive on the menu. We used to go, and this is when we, didn't have, that much money back in our poor days, and it was $20, and occasionally we would spring for the ultimate feast for $20. Now it's $40.
What?
She'd see her reaction. She about Peter Pan.
I bet it's gotten,
$39.99.
Oh my god!
And I bet it's
So
got
it's
shittier
doubled.
I bet it's got shittier too.
Probably shittier. It's doubled, but I thought there was only 3% inflation. Wait, what? But everything's doubled.
Everything's doubled. Everything's doubled. It's yeah. Shit's going down. The shit's going down this year. Something's going down. It's going to be really interesting. Something's going down.
Can everybody in the chat write down a figure as to what or how much your homeowners has gone up?
Yeah, it was.
So I know.
I mean, I'm sure in some, like
If you
Linda,
live-
like I was talking to Linda
Oh,
about.
only
I
if
was
you
talking to
live
my
in
sister
Florida.
about it. She lives in Georgia, and she was like, "Oh, it's it's the same as it. It's not that much. Same as it
Yeah.
ever was.
As it ever was.
Same as it ever was." Ours, everything here down here in Florida, the insurance is going through the roof.
It's because it's a lot, dude. They're really fucking people that are from Florida over. They're raising it because a lot of these people from different. It's not normal people, I think, that are moving all to Florida.
Who is it? We want to know.
It's just the richest of the rich. Not the richest of the rich, but like the more wealthy people are like, oh, well, I'll just get a fucking house in Florida because I'm, it's just you make a lot more money living in these states.
Maybe it's because of the working remotely. So if you're, excuse me,
I know it's wrapped in with the mortgage.
If
but
you're-
it still goes up.
if you're working remotely, in some other state, you're like, well, why am I living in this, cold, crappy place when I could go down and it's cheaper and it used to be cheaper in Florida. So I guess that's what everybody's just remote workers or something. I don't know. That still boggles my mind how many houses they're building out here and how many people are moving here, and the property taxes they must be getting. What you would think would go through the roof when you're building thousands and thousands of new homes in a this is not a big
They're
area.
making plenty to cover everything.
I mean, the property-
and yet that's gone up.
Must be making billions in property taxes.
Yeah.
And they want more.
They want
They
more.
want it all, as George Carlin says. They're going to come for your Social Security, and he's right. This goes to what Trace always says, talking about the government always goes after the little guy, when they're not the problem. The problem with like pollution is not, the average guy. And in New York City, it says they've passed a thing where pizzerias must cut smoky pollutants by 75%. So, if you're a pizzeria in New York and you've got a smoky pizza
What the
oven,
fuck
you
is-
got to buy a new one or do something. So what they're doing is what? Running every small pizza
business,
chain
man.
out of business.
And running every person that can't afford their homeowners out of Florida.
I mean, most, there's a few restaurants and stuff, but not many. Like, there's a couple up in Webster. But there's not many small businesses that are still, doing that well. And then the chicken wing shortage, I think that really fucked, like family sports bars. That really fucked them over by raising the price of wings.
Yeah.
Because I think that's the main reason that people would go, to like a Beef O'Brady's or something like that, is to go get some cheap wings.
I mean, the guy who owned we knew the guy who owned the Beef O'Brady's up here before he sold it. And he would, like on Super Bowl, they would have a setup out back, with these fryers. And he said we would, do like, 2,000 wings. It was like everybody would order wings. It's like nobody's ordering wings for how much now, Trace? Have you checked the price of wings lately?
It's like 8 wings for like 15, 16
I
bucks.
see,
And
nobody-
you're just like,
So if
man.
you're a sports bar, you're effed.
And we used to go to the Green Parrot, and when we'd be like 50 wings,
It was nothing. Well, 50 wings with like
20 something bucks.
No. Was it?
It's like 20, 30, 25, 30 bucks
30
for
bucks?
50 wings.
Well, it certainly wasn't. I can't even imagine how much 50.
Yeah.
I mean, I
50
used to be,
wings now.
That'd be over $100, right?
I nowadays, I don't know what happened. It must be, you're just really hungry when you're like fucking 14, 15. You know, and I remember going and getting wings. You know, me and my friend would get like 25 wings each. You know, and have like a wing eating contest. But we'd both always just eat all 25.
Yeah.
You know, seeing who could eat more. But we'd finish them all, and I just, you know, I don't think you guys were spending $100 for me and my friend to get chicken wings.
No.
You know, that's how much it would
No.
cost for two orders of 25 wings.
Yeah, some people said, like, Donna, Big Kahuna says 4,200. Luis Linares says $2,800 square foot home in San Antonio paid off, but property is $7,000 a year, and insurance is $4,400 a year. It's it's $11,000 to live in your house to the government.
That's how much it used to cost me to rent my house
Right.
per year, man. That's insane.
I mean, ours is almost tripled, and it's just unbelievable. It's like, what are they doing? Why are they doing this?
They want BlackRock to buy your house.
Yeah.
That's what they want. They want nobody to own a house. That's obvious that they want nobody to own a house.
AJ says, Ion Scout worked for Tyson Chicken and said there was never a wing shortage.
Yeah, it was bullshit to raise the price of wings for these places that make most of their money off of wings. So they
want to run all. It's going to be Amazon sports bars, Amazon everything, and you will get no good service ever.
Is it all these other restaurants that are, you know, running Beef O'Brady? I'm not running them out of business. You know, like I said the other day, I've almost never seen a Beef O'Brady's go out, you know, of business.
Surprisingly.
But there's a lot more, you know, restaurants around here. So that
Is that what it is? You know,
It could be that.
It's a combination of their wings are really expensive, and there's a lot more restaurants. Because the one up in Webster's still a little bit busy because there's nothing else to go eat around there. But I mean, the one out here, I mean, I went up there on like a Saturday night, and you know, I remember working there on a Saturday night, and there's, you know, 5-6 people waiting at the door for a table because they're so packed. Me and Lauren went up there on a Saturday one time, and there's like 8 people in there. Like, it was a Saturday night, and there's like 2 other tables in the entire
I mean,
restaurant.
they must get
a couple
busy
people at the bar.
sometime, or they wouldn't still be in business.
I don't know how you make money because you got to pay to your franchise fee to Beef O'Brady's too.
Yeah, and pay to be in a plaza like that. That's
I'd like
a
to
lot.
see how long. The one up here, we went there a couple weeks ago, not on the weekend, but it was dead. There was about 6 people in there, plus us. How do you make How do you make a living? Paying the franchise fee, your cooks, your waitresses, and you got 6 people in your thing
And some of
at
those
dinner
6
time.
people are just sitting at the bar.
Yeah.
You know, they ain't spending a lot.
That's where they make all their money. Is the 5 alcoholics who sit at the
Well,
bar
maybe that.
every
Gosh,
day.
me and Lauren went up to Beef O'Brady's one time. This is probably 2 or 3 months ago. We went, and like a year ago we went, and both times we're like, all right, well, we're never doing that again. Like, we went up to the bar, and there was just, you know, there was like 3 couples at the bar, and that, you know, and us, and maybe 1 or 2 tables in the bar. And all 3 of the couples at the bar were in like a full-blown argument. You know, like the one couple next to us, like they kept getting in fights, and then, you know, they'd get better at each other. And then the one person they'd be sitting there and they'd drop like a joking, like, fuck you. And they'd be like, don't tell me this is fuck you, you know, and then they'd start going off again. The other lady's like complaining about her, you know, sitting there arguing with the bartender about, not arguing, but just complaining about all her mental conditions and how she got raped as a child, and like, just like these, you
Arguing
know,
that at the bar? I got to
you
go
know,
take
really
that.
getting into personal issues. And then there's a couple next to me, Lauren's like, that weren't fighting. And Lauren's like, watch this. These people come up to Beef O'Brady's, or they come up to Miller's. And they've got about 2 more drinks before they start arguing. It's what they do every time they come to Miller's. And sure enough,
Sounds like fun.
15, 20 minutes later, after I had a couple shots, they were sitting there arguing again. Everybody at the bar was arguing with each other. And we're like, I've never been to a bar like this before in my life.
Guess I don't know. Maybe if you sit up at the bar, you see those people there. You go to a restaurant, and you see the same people at the bar. Maybe they're pretty miserable. because they're alcoholics.
Well, we almost never go to the bar in the day, and that was the one time we went up to Beefs because we didn't have any kids or something. And I guess those are the people that sit up at the bar all day during the day and drink. And
I think they say like that beer, you think, beer companies are making, they're making all their money off of everybody because the guys buying beer for the game, going out drinking beer. They say alcoholics
are like 90%.
Are like 90% of the business of all alcohol companies. Is like, wow. A business built on misery. That's the old US of A right there. I'll save that story for Donna.
Man.
See, here's stupidity. It says a 37-year-old Florida woman who left her phone at a local bar ended up in handcuffs after a bartender stumbled onto child porn on her phone.
What the fuck?
She left her phone at the bar and later called the barkeep to see if she left it there. Then gave him the passcode for the phone to verify that she was the rightful owner. So you got child porn on your phone, and you give some stranger your passcode. Shocked to find obscene material stored on the phone, the bartender tipped off the cops, who got a warrant to search the phone and found voyeuristic videos of children.
That's fucked up. I mean, that's pretty. That's.
He says here, also stored in the phone was a photo of her driver's license, in which she was seen wearing light purple nail polish, the same polish seen on the hand of the person who recorded the porn videos.
Gosh, what an idiot!
People are so stupid. I can't even imagine. Well, I wouldn't have child porn on my phone, but if I did, my phone would be like. It would be like, no one can ever see this phone. I'd have to have two phones. I wouldn't take my phone out in public and think I would lose the phone with the child porn that I had filmed and stored on it.
I mean, and I'm hauling ass up to the restaurant. I'm not calling them and being like, well, here's my password to my phone, and like, I need to get the fuck back up there real quick.
Hey man, here's my passcode. Like I said, crooks are, there's always been like people do segments on their shows. Crooks are stupid. Well, now they're really stupid, and there's a lot of really stupid people out there, and they're going to be killing people for no reason. That'll be a new segment on the show. Here's the dumbass who killed somebody, and from the get-go, he had 100% chance of not getting away with it. But he was too stupid to even know that. So people just getting killed for no reason.
For dumb reasons.
Remember those guys who, what do you call it? It was a sailboat, and they were escaped cons, and it was down in the Caribbean just recently, and they killed the people.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Now it came out that one of the guys, he raped the woman. She's 71 years old. So they raped him and then killed him and took their yacht, and then they got caught. So it's just like you can't win for losing. So if you got child porn on your phone, you probably don't need to be leaving your phone at the bar. Pretty stupid.
Man, I'm so pissed, man. Like, I just spent like $200 to get this photo, like the front screen and the light up screen and the back screen fixed. And I don't know if the guy just used like the shittiest. It took like a year or maybe more than a year for my phone to get so cracked that it stopped working. And I fucking dropped it one time, and it shattered into like a million fucking pieces.
When was this?
This was like 2 days ago.
Let me see the back again.
Yeah, I mean, it just like, and the front is just completely shattered. And
your mom said I think she got a case for you, but I guess that's a little too late.
Hopefully they can fix it again. It's gonna cost me another $200, and then I'll put the case on.
Just foolish.
What is
not having a case on it? I drop my phone all the time, and it doesn't. I got a case on it.
I think he didn't do the best job. Like, the screen was still kind of like messing up, and it's like not fully glued back together. You can feel it moving when you push on it, So I don't think he did the best job in the world to maybe use some cheap glass. I mean, it completely shattered. The front's worse, but you can't see it because it's all black. I mean, who makes a phone like that, though? Like, what?
Who makes a phone like what?
It just,
like
seems...
They say, this was a few weeks ago, they say it costs $10 to make an iPhone, and they sell it for $1,000.
It's insane to me. Like, just something's $1,000, you should be almost indestructible. Not made out of glass. The whole thing's just made out of shitty glass. Now they get the titanium phones, right? Supposedly titanium iPhones.
Oh boy!
I guarantee you drop that thing and the screen still
shatters.
It's got some titanium in it, but the fucking still mostly made of glass.
I imagine they make they make it to shatter. They probably make that's their business model probably. And as the Navy says, my neighbor had to shoot one of his horses Friday. 25 years old and couldn't get off the ground.
Is that all he's got?
Yeah, that's all. I was just saying that I was here a few days ago. I was home alone, and I look out the door, and Mama, our horse Mama, is in the sand. She's in the sand pile. And I was like, well, sometimes they roll in the sand pile. Yeah. And I looked out there, and I was like, she couldn't get up. And I'm like, oh. It's like, man, it's just one thing after another with these animals. It's like, I said, the last thing I want to deal with is a horse with like a broken leg because she stepped in a hole the dogs dug in the sand. So I go out there, and she's not getting up. And so I look, and she's got her leg, she's on her left side, and her left back leg kind of was in a hole. Yeah. So she got no leverage, and she can't get up. So I had to get a shovel.
Dig out the horse?
Dig out that. It really killed my diverticulitis.
Yeah. Did you start taking the pills?
Yeah. Oh, I started taking the pills a week ago.
How's that working? Still got it?
I don't know if it's diverticulitis. I don't know what's going on, man. It's really bumming me out because it just won't go away. And I don't know what it is. I have no idea what it is. I'm going to have to go to the doctor. Oh, and they'll have to do an MRI and all this shit, and it's really bringing me. I haven't worked out in a month. It's surprising how fast you lose muscle mass. I'm like, man, losing muscle mass, going on that liquid diet. I did that for 4.5 days. That sucked ass. Just goes right through you, and you feel, you don't. I feel so, I feel frail. I said, fuck that. I don't want to be frail. I just want to go ride my bike right now. I want to do push-ups. I want to work out. I want to, but I can't. Seems to aggravate.
I want to eat fucking seafood, man. This is such bullshit. This gout deal. I want it to go away so bad. It's like my gout can hear me every time. I'm like, haven't got gout in a while. Like the next day, I wake up and I'm like, what? I got the gout.
How often are you getting the gout?
What, every 2 months I get a little bit of gout, and it's just I can't stop doing the seafood. The best deal is me and the kids go up to Miller's, right?
Yeah.
And usually going out to eat is really expensive, but they've got this sirloin and shrimp deal. That's like it's like $16.
Yeah.
For 6-ounce sirloin and 12 shrimp. And
is it a fine cut of meat?
It's not
too bad. Not too bad.
It's not bad. And I have a couple bites of steak, and then I cut it in half and give it to Bella and Harper, and they love it. And they get French fries with it. And I get vegetables, and I eat all the shrimp and a couple bites of steak. And with a discount from Lauren, and we all get waters, it's like $10.
Yeah.
For all three of us to eat.
You made the mistake of introducing your kids to steak at too early of an age.
Yeah. But most of the time, I'm not balling like getting my kids a steak each, but I'll get them a steak to split. It's about the same price as 2 kids' meals. So you just get it, they'll split like an adult steak.
Yeah, well, they seem pretty healthy. Let's take a break and wait for Donna to get back and continue with the show, and we'll be right back with more ClusterF.
Hey, what's up? It's Ned from the Bubba the Love Sponge Show. And our show uses artistic and comedic license to portray outlandish scenarios, many of them involving recreational drugs, such as marijuana, cocaine, mushrooms, LSD, PCP, ketamine, Molly, and many other kick-ass narcotics that'll blow your fucking mind. But we're merely entertainers. We know drugs aren't the party that we make them out to be. I mean, sure, while you're on them, you're having the time of your life and expanding your mind. But drugs are bad. Drugs are bad. I mean, some people say the only way they can get through their day of menial, underpaid lawn dogging or paper shuffling is to self-medicate. But those people are weak. They should just say no. Just say no. Why, even some famous radio personalities say they couldn't do such a funny, kick-ass show without being gourded out of their minds on a concoction of who knows what. Moving right along, drugs are bad. Drugs are bad. So if someone on the show were to advocate doing poppers to heighten sexual pleasure before going to the bathhouse, it's obvious hyperbole. Now, it is a fact that strippers do love cocaine, and I'm not suggesting anything, but it is 99% effective. Moving right along. Look, it's just jokes. We know that thousands of people overdose on drugs every year. Like fucking rock stars. Anyway, drugs are bad. Drugs are bad. Unless they're opioids or antidepressants prescribed by your doctor, in which case they want you to pop them like candy. But on the Bubba the Love Sponge Show, remember, drugs are bad. Drugs are bad. I'm tripping balls.
And now, a dramatic rating of the latest work of fiction by Nedley Mandingo III. 50 Shades of White. Trash.
Deirdre and Ted stood in the hallway of the dilapidated trailer, naked and awkward, looking like a badly directed scene from a 1970s porno. Ted's shorts that he had just ripped off lay crumpled in the corner between the refrigerator and a half-empty bag of flaming hot Cheetos. Ted bent down and pulled out a can of Natural Light and a Black and Mild cigar. He offered them to Deirdre. Deirdre looked puzzled and angry at the same time, kind of like a redneck whose credit card has just been declined at the Red Box, rendering him helpless in his quest to watch Deuce Bigalow, Male Gigolo, for the 7th time. You think I'll fuck you for a beer and a cigar? What kind of whore do you think I am? Deirdre exclaimed. Ted took the slender grape-flavored cigar and put it to his lips. But instead of lighting it, he generously moistened the plastic tip with his mouth and tongue. This ain't no time for a smoke break, dickhead, Deirdre sneered. Ted immediately put his large, thick index finger over her luscious, pouty lips in the classic shush gesture. Shut the fuck up, he snapped, and slowly lowered the saliva-moistened tip of the cigar under her panties. Deirdre was taken aback at the sexual power this man had over her. He was like a combination of Tim McGraw mixed with David Koresh, a dash of Burt Reynolds, and just a pinch of Ted Bundy, she thought. Deirdre was quickly snapped out of her daydream as Ted's masterful cigar-tip manipulations were suddenly making her explode with ecstasy. She arched her back and prepared for the oncoming tidal wave of pleasure, when abruptly, Ted stopped. What the fuck? Deirdre shouted, in a tone usually reserved for ex-lovers who had given her herpes or some other distasteful infection, like chlamydia. Ted barely acknowledged Deirdre's scolding and slowly put a pinch of wintergreen skull in his mouth. He sat there, nude and fully aroused, for a full minute, as he worked up a good tobacco spit. Deirdre lay naked across his legs, her massive chest heaving from frustration. All of a sudden, without warning, Ted's head disappeared into the milkiness of Deirdre's nether regions. Deirdre's eyes suddenly flared wide over top of her chubby cheeks. Oh my God, she thought. What's happening to me? As all at once she felt sensations of fire and ice, combined with a powerful tingling. A tingling almost as strong as when she sat on the washing machine when she was 11. The wintergreen tobacco was doing its trick, and she cried out, "Oh God!" and dug her nails deep into Ted's scalp. Instead of recoiling in pain, Ted only accelerated his tawdry mouth artistry. Quivering in a violent spasm of ecstasy, Deirdre arched her back and thrust her ample hips into the air. She cried out again and again, loudly, as if she was calling her brother to dinner from 4 trailers down. Wave after wave of pleasure cascaded over her body, like a pickle bucket full of water at a wet t-shirt contest. Deirdre let her body go limp as the last wave of pleasure finally left her shaking body. Sweaty and exhausted, Ted raised up on his knees. He turned to his left and used a dirty sippy cup on the counter for a spit cup. Ooh-wee, after some good lovin' like that, I reckon I deserve some reciprocation, Ted proclaimed proudly. Deirdre couldn't ignore Ted's turgid 9.5-inch erection bobbing up and down in front of her face, and to her surprise she found she was salivating, as if she had just smelled a large pan of sizzling fajitas carried past her at the local Chili's, with extra sour cream. Ted grabbed the back of Deirdre's head and inched his girthy rod slowly into her mouth, like a fat woman stuffing her swollen size 10 feet into a too small shoe. After several minutes of violently plunging his manhood deep down Deirdre's hungry throat, he pulled out, a mere inches from her lips, and blasted thick ropes of jism that she greedily caught.
That's over the top, Ned. That's too much.
We've been had, America. Tricked. Hoodwinked. Bamboozled. I'm talking about the raising of this debt ceiling bullshit. It's all a fucking scam. Both parties are perpetrating yet another fraud on the American people. They didn't cut spending. They didn't cut spending one dime. They merely cut future increases in spending. And that's like me saying I was gonna buy a Bugatti, but now I'm just gonna buy a Lamborghini. Look how fucking frugal I am. So now these greedy bastards have another $2.4 trillion to spend. $2.4 trillion to give to Goldman Sachs, while you get your house foreclosed on and your unemployment benefits cut. Because everybody on Wall Street is making record profits while the middle class hasn't gained a fucking nickel in the last 10 years. So listen up. Listen real close. Shut your yappy fucking dog up and shove a pacifier in that screaming brat's mouth. Okay? 'Cause here we go. If you're a Democrat, you're a fucking asshole. That's right, a fucking asshole. And if you're a Republican, you're a fucking moron. And if you're a Tea Partier, you're an asshole and a moron. It's not real, people. It's professional wrestling. It's a Ponzi scheme. It's a fucking scam. So take off your partisan blinders and cut the rah-rah, my party is better than your party bullshit. They're a bunch of millionaire con artist cocksuckers who have sold us all down the fucking river. Hey, numbnuts, guess where $4.6 trillion of the debt comes from? It's money the government owes Social Security. That's right, they've stolen almost $5 trillion of the money you sent in and replaced it with government IOUs, which are about as worthless as a prostitute's clitoris. We ain't never getting that money back, and guess what? None of you assholes are gonna get to retire. Ever. So tell me, what do tens of millions of 70-year-old Americans do when they can't retire? Newsflash, not everyone can be a fucking Walmart greeter, and that's all old people are qualified to do. So go ahead, keep tooting your fucking Republican and Democrat and Tea Party horns. And if you're lucky, maybe you can sell that horn on eBay when you're 80 years old and pay for a can of cat food. And that'll be one day you don't have to go down to the bus station men's room and jack off dudes for a quarter, because that's the only other job 80-year-olds can do. So Democrats, suck my dick. Republicans, eat shit and fucking die. Tea Partiers, shove a red hot rod up your ass while you're sucking my dick and eating a shit sandwich. 'Cause I'm mad as hell, and I'm not gonna take it anymore. You hear me? Obama's an asshole. Bush is a cocksucker. And Ronald Reagan was a piece of shit lying motherfucker whose trickle-downonomics are finally rated down on everybody in the form of dog piss. So you better buy a fucking titanium umbrella, dickheads, 'cause the forecast calls for a good old-fashioned ass fucking. And Uncle Sam, it's fresh out of lube. Dead out.
Welcome back to ClusterF. Sean Raz, shitty song of the week coming up. Let's see who he's got on tap. Jam Wayne and Adam Calhoun. These guys put out a lot of shitty music, man. They just I mean, they crank it out. That's coming up when Donna gets back. We'll do the Sean Raz song of the day.
Man, I can't think of what it's called that I watched. The live show, like Live PD, but they named it something else.
Yeah.
But it's the same deal. And man, it's just like lie after lie after lie after like arresting people for dumb shit,
They should outlaw those shows.
They really should.
Complete bullshit. I mean, yeah.
I mean, they got a bunch of different, they're like, we're live in this, this city, and this city. And then they'll cut to a feed and the actual sheriff is out there with them, dressed in normal clothes, helping with like every investigation on it. And they're just like, yep, that's just how that sheriff likes to do it. He's always out there at 2:00 in the morning helping these guys. You're like, he's just out there because it's on live PD. Like there's to fucking, they'll come on and say, that's just how that sheriff is. He's just always out there helping the community and shit. And you're just like, don't lie. Don't expect me to believe that. I know how shit fucking works. And it works by the sheriff's going out there trying to look good because he's on fucking live.
He wants to get some FaceTime.
Trying to get some FaceTime to get reelected. Like, come on. Don't treat me like a baby.
Complete conflict of interest and it should be outlawed.
I mean,
there's no question about it.
In so many different ways. I mean, you can tell, they go to these, you drive around your town and, sometimes you see people pulled over. What do you usually see cops doing? It's usually two of them sitting one way and one sitting the other, and they're sitting there fucking chilling, talking to each other. Maybe they're talking about crimes, probably not.
Talking about crime.
But they're not actively just going and arresting people all the time. Like I said, if Live PD was in every city every night, there'd be 100,000 arrests a night. Like they go to one person and they're pulling somebody over, arresting them, and then like 30 minutes later they'll cut back to them and they're got somebody pulled over again and arresting them. It's like, I don't think they're just going out, they're not gonna, if you got a guy from Live PD or whatever it is in your car, you're not gonna go, go to 7-Eleven and get a fucking coffee and then go, pick up your donuts and then go chill, with your friend in the parking lot and have an hour conversation. You're going to actively go out and search for people to arrest. That you wouldn't normally arrest.
These are government agencies.
That's what they should have. The Live PD should be their chat.
That'd be way more interesting.
Yeah.
But they go out and they ruin people's lives for these minor things. Like back in the day, especially like marijuana, and so you get arrested because you had a half ounce of marijuana in your car because you're coming home from your dealer, and you're gonna go smoke it and watch some Cheech and Chong movies and not hurt anybody, and then you're in the system, and then you got to get a lawyer, and then you're on probation. And then you got to pay this, and then you get behind, and then they add on more fees, and it takes somebody who might have been a productive citizen, and it ruins their life. They can't get out of that hole, and it's a bunch of bullshit. And they should outlaw those shows immediately. Toyo Tommy subscribed for 56 months. That's deep. Toyo Tommy. He also gifted his 64th sub. Thank you very much, Toyo Tommy. I think somebody else subscribed.
Well, that's who he gifted the sub to.
Himself?
No, he said somebody else subscribed. That Ned's Savior.
Ned Xavier.
Ned's Savior.
Man, I almost threw a fit at the fair.
Xavier? What is that? It?
I said you could say it either way. Ned's Savior or Ned Xavier.
I don't know which one it is. Ned.
Sorry.
Ned's. I don't know.
I like to just say Ned Savior.
He got a sub. Here we got Sean Raz, shitty song of the week. Adam Cal put me in a bad mood already. Sean.
Did it?
With Adam Jam Wayne and Adam Calhoun.
Jam Wayne.
Can't wait. I can't wait.
Is this a new guy? Jam
Wayne? I don't know if we've seen Jam Wayne. It might be new. Jam Wayne. Here we go. Ready. This is the name of the song is Ready. So I'm assuming this is some kind of prepper video or something. Once again, these guys are they're like rappers. They're always shooting people, but they really don't. You're ready. Oh, he's ready. He's got his stick.
Put this bitch out ready. My hitters on ready. All my guns on ready. Lock and load.
Who is this guy? Is this
guy? This is Jam Wayne.
I mean, he plays Santa Claus during the holidays.
Is he 68?
I was gonna say. Now, did this guy get a wild hair when he turned 55 and decided to be a rapper? Has he been rapping for 20 years, or did he just like, man, I'm gonna get on this white trash rapping bullshit?
I'm ready. Pulling up on ready. Hopping out on ready. Snatch your left, I'm ready. At your neck like cousin Eddie. Fuck this bitch out ready. My hitters on
pretty
ready.
shitty.
This is shitty.
Pretty shitty hook.
It's shitty hook.
How many times does he say ready?
A lot. And he's got a terrible flow.
Ready. Lock and load, I'm ready. Pulling up on ready. Hopping out on ready. Snatch your life, I'm ready.
What, he just smash a water bottle?
He did,
They're like,
he did. He smashed. He didn't drink all the water, then he smashed on the ground.
I mean, they're like, no, you can't be breaking glass here.
He's a badass.
He's a badass.
My cousin Eddie, because I'm ready.
Who's cousin Eddie? He's just making up shit.
Is that like a? Is that
It
like a?
rhymed with ready.
Is that like something from the Cousin Eddie? Is that one show?
Cousin It.
The Addams Family?
Yeah, has an Addams Family reference?
I'd rather hear Cousin It reverence. At least that was a real imaginary person.
Flipping wrist that bitch, I'm beat it up and battered. I don't need a match to cover this.
When I haven't seen how many views this has. I'm gonna vomit when I see how this is terrible. Is he speaking in tongues? I think he's speaking in tongues. He's not even saying words.
Take you out of here. Ain't nothing about to slap his face. Got no remorse and I don't care. Ain't nothing forced. This shit comes naturally like the fucking beer. Like super.
Imagine if this is your dad.
Naturally, I'm here. Another casualty.
Oh, here comes Adam Calhoun. Here comes Adam Calhoun.
Accuracy, and you should be aware of how I'm whipping up this cluster. This a travesty of justice. Got 'em mad at me, and I ain't even barely scratched the surface. Just a product of Tupac and DMX and all my brothers who have killed the game before me. Now his jam.
Oh man,
Who have killed what?
I don't know, but look at these moves, babe.
That was pretty bad.
These moves are terrible. Watch. Here comes. Watch.
Motherfuckers. Fuck this bitch, I'm ready. My hitters on ready. All my guns on ready. Lock and load, I'm ready. Pulling up on ready. Hopping out on ready. Snatch your left, I'm ready. At your neck like cousin Eddie. Fuck this bitch, I'm ready. My hitters on ready. All my guns on ready.
Oh, it's tedious.
Pulling up on ready. Hopping out on ready. Snatch your life, I'm ready. At your neck like cousin Eddie.
Whoa, that bass kicking like a bull. I've been dealing with my demons, believe me, my hands is full. I've been praying not for peace, but rather be the god of war. Fuck that shit you saying.
You say my hands is full?
Yeah, his hands is full.
I mean, this is pretty hard to do what they're doing and make a song this bad that's worse than their other songs.
It's like keep topping them.
Usually, you get better. These guys are getting worse rapidly.
I'm glad too because
I ran out of things to write.
Enjoying this terrible.
This
rap.
says that Jam Wayne is 33.
What?
No way. He's not my age.
Way.
That can't be. I mean, he looks like he's in his 60s.
There's no way.
No, 33?
Says June 5th, 1990.
That guy? That guy?
The guy is not fucking my age. The guy's
There's no way.
50 years older than me.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, there's something off there.
She getting. He identifies as an old man and has surgery to make him look
That's
older.
what it is. He got wrinkles put on his face.
And look around, ain't no welcome mats on the door. I really lived in the trailer, don't think it's cool to just say it. You try to take your ass to school in shitty clothes and explain it. I've been to prison, you plain if I live the life you just painting. I'm at your neck like I'm strangling. Now what the fuck was you saying?
Is that cool? Is it cool to say you've been to prison now? Is it? That's a cool thing?
Oh, yeah. I
Back
think
in the day, it used to be that means you're, trashy.
Guy's a
and-
gangster.
I think some rappers, when they're first trying to make it up, they'll just, get a charge to go to prison, so it, hypes them up.
That's right. You got to have street cred. You got to have street cred.
I'm ready, my hitters on ready, all my guns on ready.
I'm tired of him saying "ready" at the end of every.
Yeah.
Why is he like?
Was he
Can they?
pretending that stick was a
He's
gun?
pretending the stick is a gun. What is going on
Maybe
here?
maybe he's not allowed to own a gun.
He's a felon.
So really, that's how you can really tell, right? You're not allowed to really own a gun,
He's not
so you can't have a video with you with a gun if you're not allowed to have one near your possession.
Well, give me a stick.
But see that that's actually kind of a cool thing. It's like, Jam Wayne, you can't have a gun because he's a felon. He can't afford a gun. That's why he doesn't have a gun. These guys are shitty.
How long do you think they look for that stick? It's like, let's go find a stick that kind of looks like a gun.
It's just a bent piece of metal. Actually, it's not even a stick.
My guns on ready, lock and load, I'm ready, pulling up on ready, hopping out on ready, snatch your life, I'm ready, at your neck like cousin Eddie.
This has almost 2 minutes left in it.
Gosh.
I mean, that's just too much.
That white boy, he got that flow. Hellcat fast got extra gold. Friends got tattoo faces, ain't from Mexico. Got that gas, Texaco. Might light a match and let it blow. And that thing blasts. All it's leaving is a big ass exit hole. Got that dog in me. Never have the law with me. Rather call my rowdy friends. Many men, all 50 out here running routes like 4th and long. They catching felonies. I ain't selling dreams. Your favorite
Whoa,
rapper,
4th and long, they're catching felonies. That's so cool.
Gosh, I can't do it. It's if this guy starts singing the fucking terrible chorus again.
It's coming. 33? Are you shitting me? 30?
No, he can't be. I mean,
That's a
look at-
goddamn lie.
While you live and stay on ready for whatever's coming. Nuclear technician, fission products. When I spit, initiate a chain reaction. So much energy released, I beast and slit your atoms. Apple tackle all authorities that seek to change.
I mean, how many songs can you write about being a badass and don't mess with me or I'll kill you? That's what every song is about. Snap your neck like Cousin Eddie and.
When they fucking do the same shit, crooked coppers, sneaky bastards. Buckle up, I'm strapping up and ready. Get 'em, Cousin Eddie, Freddy Krueger when you're sleeping. Jason Statham when I slay 'em. Chainsaw massacre, we'll bring 'em to the barn and skin their faces. Exorcism for your demons.
It's like you pull up to some guy at a party and he won't stop talking. It's just like you get stuck talking to fucking Jam Wayne. This
Bitches
bullshit.
in your place, judgment day, you get no pity, execute, annihilate, paint the walls up like Picasso, fucking dump you in your grave. For this bitch, I'm ready.
These guys kill a lot of people.
A lot.
I mean, there should be a police investigation.
Yeah, where's the cops
They
at?
kill more
They should-
people than the other kind of rappers, if you know what I mean.
My hitters on ready, all my
Is
guns
there a bunch of bodies in that little pond?
Hundreds.
They should be
Hundreds.
checking that pond right there.
They should be
They
dragging that
drag
pond
that
right now.
I'm gonna call in into the local sheriff. Where is this being filmed at?
I want to check out the Jam Wayne and Adam Calhoun. I think there's some bodies.
ready, snatch your left, I'm ready, at your neck like Cousin Eddie. Fuck this bitch, I'm ready.
I mean, he moves like he's 60 years old.
Yeah.
Lock and load, I'm ready.
Man,
Pulling up on ready, hopping out on
I mean, it's just beating that chorus to death. It's the 30th time they sing the chorus in one song.
It's fucking 3 minutes of it in
Oh
the
my
song.
God.
ready, snatch your life, I'm ready, at your neck like Cousin Eddie.
Wow. Wow.
Rename
No
the song
good.
to Too Much Chorus.
Wow.
Boo.
Boo. Boo.
What's the name
That
of the
was-
song?
thank you,
Is it
Sean.
Cousin Eddie?
It's ready. How did you not
Should've
get?
been
How did
Cousin
you not
Eddie.
get the name of this?
Ready, yeah.
Only 459,000. So he's not in the millions. Jam Wayne. I'm gonna see if I can.
I couldn't find how old he was for real. The one place said, as of now, he's 33 years old, and it said he was born in 1990.
So
there's no way that guy can be 33 years old. No way.
Nobody. Yeah, he's all his other videos. That's his big one. Probably because he got Adam Calhoun with him.
Yeah.
All his others are like 60,000, 300,000, 18,000. He's in the. Let's see what. Let's just check out another Jam Wayne. This is a Hold My Beer.
Rockin' stages and we sip something smooth. Cut a rug and misbehaving, little buster move. And I be loose and rowdy too. Bout it, what it do? Boy, I been a problem since a young buck breaking all the rules. And I ain't taking shit from no one, yeah, especially not you. So if you get that froggy feeling, rip the ribbit out of you. I'm quick to give 100 proof like the.
So he's singing a song about, it's called Hold My Beer, but what's the song about?
Just kicking your ass.
Kicking somebody's ass. All about kicking your ass.
Under fastest lightning too. Passionate about my brotherhood, they solid through and through. Leave a lump up on your head and stomp you out with Bama boots. Slump you out and lose your spirit, disappearing like a poof. Like this ain't what you wanna do, but if you do.
Guy's never been in a fight in his life. A bunch of posers. Well, thank you, Sean. It was especially shitty this week, so I'm very happy about that. No, Ink Spike says you guys are always surprised that the shitty song is shitty.
I'm just it's
Not
so
surprised.
shitty. I mean, you can't. I mean, this is like they're all like really shitty freestyles.
Shitty freestyles with terrible choruses.
Man,
there's probably thousands of people doing this, trying to become white trash rappers.
Man, I listened to this thing about how the government's ruining our kids.
Yeah.
This weekend, and it's just like insane. Like every step of the way, like so it seems, luckily it didn't seem. It seems like my kids are kind of not the norm.
Yeah.
More playing outside and doing normal kid things. But they're really trying to fuck every kid over. And, there's so many ways they're doing it with social media and pills and therapy and all these other ways. They're just, all these medicines are overprescribed, and, ADD and putting kids on this medication makes them, never feel. You don't feel as good, when you're on this medication. It's got withdrawals and it's got.
You all right, buddy?
Yeah, I'm ducking that bullet again.
Oh.
Adam Calhoun tried to shoot me.
I mean, they give Adderall to like toddlers now, like 3 and 4 year olds.
It's like insane.
Yeah, it's.
I just don't. And then also in this thing I watched about therapy and stuff this weekend, it said pretty much exactly what I thought about therapy, that they just, it doesn't even work. Therapy works. Not only is it a conflict of interest that if you solve this person's problems, they're not going to come back and you're not going to make any money. But a lot of what they do is just, go talk about your problems. And one of the worst things you can do for like depression and, being not happy is go talk about your problems all day. And they say a lot of people that go to therapy that are grown-ups are very just narcissistic people that want to go talk to somebody about themselves for an hour a day.
It's a good gig. You just sit there and pretend to take a couple notes.
I tried to say that before, but it comes off cold and as if they're just, I try to say like some people that are drama queen types are the ones that end up with more problems. And it's really true, but nobody wants to hear that. That makes you seem cold.
But it's insane that you would go a lot of people are doing therapy these days, with their kids, and it's just not what they need.
With kids.
Yeah, I've seen on the news not too long ago, there was something about was it a school? Like, not a school shooting, but like one of the kids' classmates died. And they were saying their kids are having to go to a therapist. And it's like, that's not even a thing. It's the parent is a drama queen. The mom's a drama queen, and pounding it into the kid's head that your classmate died, and the kid maybe not even be sad until the mother pounds it into their head enough to make them cry about it. Like, you should be crying about this. You should be more sad about this. And kids aren't. They're just not. They're more resilient, and they forget about that shit.
They don't really understand
unless you just
that.
keep pounding it in at them, and then they'll cry because they think they're supposed to. And then when they get older, they're like, yeah, I remember I didn't really cry, but my mom made me feel like I was supposed to, so I did, and it fucked me up for life. These kids are supposed to forget about that shit.
Yep. No, they want to drum it into their heads. Bubba's Rattler, 100 bits. Hogue 670, subscribe for 47 months.
Very nice.
Thank you very much. Did you enjoy that brown? What's the name of that sausage, babe? Is it Swift Premium?
Yeah.
Swift Premium brown and served maple sausage. Trace was cooking up some of those.
Oh yeah, that's pretty good.
So good. But it's got to be so bad.
Oh, it's so bad. I
can't
don't even.
imagine.
Don't tell me how they make it. Like,
I don't even want to know. What's in there.
I can eat the Slim Jims and not have a problem with it, but I don't even want to know what's in that sausage, man. It's not good.
Oh, it's nothing but hog.
He said he didn't want to know.
Yes,
but hog buttholes. Because if you think about it, it tastes delicious unless you think about it and think hog butthole.
No, I don't think hog.
And you're like, that's what it is. It's maple flavored.
Delicious hog butthole.
It's delicious maple flavored hog butthole.
Why you gotta do that?
Bubba's Rattler says, I have a song request. Ashtray is his name, and the song is called Give Me 5 Minutes. Well, I'll look into that.
We'll see about it.
See if we want to play Ashtray. He said it's about 10 years old.
Man, you know what? You know what's worse with helping like depression and stuff like that than anything? They say is exercise.
No, that's 100% true. I just saw that recently. They're like it's the only proven effective way to treat depression is just exercise.
I mean, when you go to the doctor as a young child trying to get depression medication, they're not even gonna maybe say. The doctor's not even going to mention that this could be solved by working out.
Not at all. No.
Like, I mean, you should have to bring in video. Once you say you have depression and you go to the doctor, before you can get on medication for depression, you should have to bring in a video of you exercise and be like, I've been exercising,
for a week.
3 hours a week or 1 hour a day for, a week, and I still feel depressed. Before you can even think about getting any type of this medication.
No money in you getting rid of your depression through exercise. There's not a lot of money there.
But you're a doctor. How do you not?
It's a conflict of interest. Being a doctor for money is kind of a conflict of interest.
It is.
It's like like the vet. Berlin knows. She's worked for vets, and she can tell the vets that are in it for the right reasons, and then the ones that are just in it for the money.
Mm-hmm.
And that's conflict of interest. See, Donna was in like Mike. Usually you're so positive, but you've had this diverticulitis, and you're just so negative and down. It's like it's because I'm not exercising.
Man,
I have to exercise. I feel like shit because I can't exercise. So that's what. See, exercise makes my whole outlook on life. But when I'm done exercising, I feel so good. I feel so positive.
And since you can't, I said, why don't you just walk? Walk around the block.
But that don't do nothing for me.
It might.
Yeah,
better than nothing, right? Isn't it? It's not better than nothing.
Make my knee hurt. The only thing I can do is ride a bike.
Gosh, I can't wait. It's getting there. It's getting a little bit hot. I can't wait till it's hot outside.
It's been pretty nice today. It's cold.
Yeah, it sucks.
Got another cold spell here.
doesn't suck. It's good. I'm so glad. I hope it stays this way for a while. We get enough of the 95 degree.
94 is like perfect.
It was actually like the best winter ever.
Yeah.
Because we didn't have any freezes. Like at all, but it was cold.
Frozen like every morning.
No,
where
maybe
I live.
your Webster
windshield was frozen every morning trying to come
here. It's cold up there in Webster, but here, in the Tampa Bay area, it was like every day was like 65, and then get down to 43 or something. Not bad for once. For once in the last, I'd say 8 years, it was a nice winter. I think we should change the name of the bar show to just ClusterF After Dark.
Yeah.
Because we're not in a bar.
Oh, okay.
I think just change it to ClusterF After Dark. Okay. It needs a rebranding.
That's fine.
Every time I go to Brooksville in that area, I'm like, what is the drainage ditch scam going on up here? Or the retention ponds. Like, I don't... it's real sandy up there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, the water, I just really, soaks up into it. But the drainage system and retention ponds, it's like every turn you take, there's a retention pond that's empty with no water in it. And they even have, like, this giant dugout, like, drainage system, like, everywhere. And in the past 20 years, I've never seen one of them with water in it. And there's just these retention ponds everywhere.
We used to have parties in them.
Yeah, because they're empty.
Yeah, they were always empty.
I don't get it. What are they putting all these drainage ditches and retention ponds up there when they don't seem to need them?
Yeah, I don't know why they ever did that. The one we used to have parties in never had water in it ever.
Never. It's all sandy.
I don't know. I don't know why there's sandy retention ponds in Brooksville.
It don't make no sense.
I don't even know why they dug them out there, and because that was really out in the middle of nowhere back then.
Oh, they know what's coming. It was a long deal by the government.
Yeah, the long con.
It's a long con.
Yeah, me and Lauren went to Wiki Wachi again this weekend, and it was supposed to be like 82 degrees, and it was 88. And it was almost warm enough to be on the Wiki Wachi.
Yeah, now if I'm on the Wiki Wachi, I'll take that 94.
94
Other than that,
perfect.
No, yeah, because then you dive in that 72-degree water.
Oh, it's so nice.
It's pretty awesome. Let's see, DJ...
88's not hot enough?
No.
DJ Digital Trip says, what the fuck is wrong with Trace? 94? F 94. that.
Especially when you wake up in the morning and you go out to your car and it's not cold. It's like a good 80-something degrees. Oh, it's perfect.
Inkspike says you should just name the Friday evening show the bar show. I mean, Cluster After Dark. Oh, okay. We should name it the bar show. I mean, ClusterF After Dark. Because that's what you're going to say every time.
All right, I get it.
Oh, we shall see, Inkspike, at the challenge. I accept your challenge. Welcome to ClusterF After Dark. You want to do some shots? I'm ready. I will accept that challenge.
I will. I got $500 against you on that one.
Well, we shall see.
Gosh, I need to give. I got my crypto put onto Lauren's phone.
Didn't you? It's like crypto's going through the roof, ain't it?
It is. I just can't check it all the time because I got it on Lauren's phone. Man, I was so fucking pissed yesterday because my phone's broken, and Lauren left to go pick up Bella from her aunt's, and she left at like 1 or 2 o'clock, and my phone's broken. And she didn't, so I couldn't get a hold of her. And I had money, but I left my key. I had all these things I had to go do that day.
Yeah.
And I left my keys in her truck. Mm-hmm. And, like, I thought about it the second she was leaving and, like, went out the front door and was, like, thinking about running and chasing her down, to get my keys.
Yeah.
And then I didn't know she was going to go out to eat and shopping all day with Bella. So she didn't get back till, like, 8 o'clock. And I barely had any food at the house. So, my God. Sitting there all day with this big list of things to do. And she was gone all day.
And gout.
And gout.
When was that?
yesterday.
So you got the gout now. I didn't know you had it now.
I got it a little bit.
Well, you never learn. Bitcoin is up to 72,000. It went up 3,038 today.
God, it probably means I'm doing
You
pretty
might
good.
be doing good on
I don't
that.
have any of that, but
Yeah, but it's
usually they all move up or down.
They kind of move up with Bitcoin, don't they?
Yeah.
Pepe the Frog.
Pepe.
You gonna cash any of that in, or you letting it ride?
I cashed like $125. I was up to like almost 3,500.
Yeah.
The other day, and I was like, I'll take a little Pepe out. $125.
Yeah, that's what you do. You take.
How do you take money out of that?
Take money out.
Does it go in just like from there to your bank account?
Yeah, it takes like a day, but
okay.
This is I've seen this quite a bit on Twitter. It's I don't care about this video, but everybody's dogging this girl because of her accent.
Good morning, y'all. Quick update on the house because I've been pretty terrible about giving y'all these. We took a little break for noodling season and to put out boxes. Now that it's dried in, we can do it at our own pace. But here she is. We're going to stain all that wood a darker brown and the shutters when we get that on.
See, now, so, and people are like, this accent should be outlawed, and it's like, if that accent is absolutely if you had a deep, she's got a super deep Southern accent.
Yeah.
That's no deep than a super thick New York accent. You sound just as ignorant. Hey, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna put the stairs there, baby. You sound just as ignorant as I don't understand why people act like Southerners are ignorant because of their accent. But the people. Yeah, the people in Boston.
I agree.
The people
she
in Boston.
Fucking stupid, and she's doing. She's really grown up trying to put that on real deep. I think.
Or the Valley Girl accent. It's all the same. But I think what she's trying to do is that's how that Lainey Wilson talks.
Yeah.
And I think she's just wanting to sound like her because that's cool. Because country's cool again.
I know so many people who talk like that you're like, man, you really tried hard growing up to sound like that, because
so many people who put on fake accents.
It's to the point they're not putting it on anymore. They just tried so hard to talk like this their whole life, and now that's how they talk,
I think
some of them put it on a little bit.
No, you can usually tell too. You got, you see a family of like 5, and 4 of them don't talk with country accents, and then the one kid that wears camo all the time, like, then I went hunting deer with my friend that week, and then we shot them turkey. You're like,
that's a lot of yahoos out there. That's what it is. There's a lot of yahoos. Did you see during the State of the Union, Joe Biden? There was the woman that was killed. The young girl, she was in college, was killed by the illegal immigrant, and her name is Laken Riley. Laken, Laken. And so in the State of the Union, Joe Biden called her Lincoln Riley.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. And so that was a bit of a thing. And he called him an illegal immigrant. An illegal immigrant. And later on, the next day, during an interview, he apologized
for calling the illegal immigrant an illegal immigrant.
He apologized to the killer.
Oh.
The killer of Laken Riley, an illegal immigrant, for calling her an illegal immigrant.
Him.
And it's like, what'd I say?
Her. Just, you're right.
But so what it is it's see, that's just showing you how fake it is.
Mm-hmm.
So he comes out, and then, nobody in America, even if you're a left-wing lunatic, you don't think, you don't think that Joe Biden should apologize to an illegal immigrant for calling him an illegal immigrant.
For being a murderer.
The average, I would say 75%, because there's 25% of Americans who are just batshit crazy. 75% would say, no, you don't apologize to a murderer because you called him the wrong thing.
Yeah.
So they're intentionally, right now they're intentionally,
they're trying to outrage people.
They're trying to outrage you, and then that makes more people vote, want to be for Trump. So, and it's what they want. They want to they don't want, I don't know, but here's Trump. Now,
is there a lot of outrage? I mean, there should be a lot of outrage. The little things that you think nobody would even hear, they always seem to know when to, push people's buttons with those. And then you're like, But this one, no, not so much.
Here's Trump's take on it.
When I say he was an illegal alien, he was an illegal immigrant, he was an illegal migrant, and he shouldn't have been in our country, and he never would have been under the Trump policy.
See, and that's how people feel. Mm-hmm. And they're like, yeah, why do we have a president apologizing to a murderer? You almost have to be insane to think that's, and it's fake. It's fake. There's no way that they legitimately sent Joe Biden out to do that because they believe it was wrong to misidentify.
Yeah,
and it's like, it's
murderer.
all fucking so fake. But the average American person believes, what Trump just said.
When I say he was an illegal alien, he was an illegal immigrant, he was an illegal migrant, and he shouldn't have been in our country, and he never would have been under the Trump policy.
He's kind of sounding rough, though.
A little bit.
Sounding pretty old. This is what we got. When the crowd goes wild.
Gosh, we're going to get rid of Joe Biden and elect Trump right as Trump is getting Alzheimer's, and we're going to go from one to the other.
Yeah, I mean, can you imagine Trump in there's 6 months or so to the election, so in 2.5 years, 2 years into his administration, when he's a doddering 81-year-old, Some people don't, though.
Yeah.
Some people can keep it together, and I know a lot of old people can keep it together. We saw this couple on the news last night, and they showed them. They're like, oh, they're getting married late in life, and we're like, oh, and they're like, this guy's 100, and she's 95, and they look like they look great, and they talked, and they were dancing, and we got Joe Biden.
Mm-hmm.
This is what the people want.
And Biden should be apologizing to this killer.
There you go. Biden should be apologizing to this killer. See, that's they're trying to make people like Trump, so we can have a real brouhaha, so we can have a real contested ClusterF for an entire 7 months for the next election.
I don't know. I'm almost. I've always teetered on almost being a fan of Trump. But I think he's just funny. And, if he gets in office and just makes, kind of tries to control the border and just makes stuff a little bit cheaper, like, if he could guarantee that, then I'm going out and voting for him. That's all I care about, is dropping the prices of some stuff a little bit and making houses a little bit more affordable and getting rid of these huge, having so much, your taxes on your house going up and your property tax and all this bullshit.
Yeah, if he could do that, everybody'd be happy again.
There's no way. There's no way that any president has ever been elected with the economic circumstances that have occurred under this current administration. It's the economy, stupid. That's a 100-year-old saying for a reason. If you're not doing well, you're not voting for the guy that just took a big chunk out of your wallet. You're not. Nobody is. Nobody. I would never. This is not. The last 3 years have been shitty.
I think you could run for president and win if you could just promise to keep the price of gas under $3 a gallon.
They say it's going to go up even more. They say there's some new conflicts in the Middle East, and the OPEC announced they're going to cut production to jack the prices up.
Yeah, but they're making record fucking profits right now during these hard times.
Yeah,
maybe as a $1 billion company, you could say, well, we're not gonna raise gas prices, and we're gonna make $70 billion this year instead of $80 billion.
Yeah, they ain't gonna do it.
They'll never ever drop their profits.
It's corporate greed is part of the inflation. It's also the fact that we printed like $5 trillion in the last 4 or 5 years.
Sean says that he had also sent you a Karen.
I don't think we need a Karen today.
I'm just telling you.
Yeah, thank you, Sean. We'll do the Karen tomorrow for sure.
I mean, is it even printing money at this point? Are they really printing cash?
Is it just digital?
Or they just say they're printing money and they're digitally...
They're just making money. See, they used to print money Now they just make money up.
Make money
Just
up.
make money up. Put it on the computer. A billion here, billion there, and people are like, a billion ain't a big deal anymore. Trillion. Imagine when they first said, we're sending $1 trillion to Israel, and you won't even blink your eye because you've become jaded to trillions. When $1 trillion is the most unfathomable amount of money you could ever imagine, you could you could stack it up and make skyscrapers. It's just, you don't even understand how much $1 trillion is.
Yeah.
And they're going to jade us to that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They've definitely jaded us to
yippee-yo.
millions and billions.
I can't
Everything's a
even.
billion.
I can't even like. I have to. Just having making a little bit of money on this crypto. Like $3,000. Like I'm like, oh, I'll pay for everybody to do whatever they want. It's like, how do richer people not be more generous with their money? Like I can't imagine having $100 billion like some of these people have, and not just be making fucking everybody that comes in contact with me rich because I feel bad for them or something. Or just like, oh, I'll pay for everything because I fucking can.
Or help animals or
how are things, all these rich people, how are things still bad? That's what I don't understand. Why aren't you helping even, and I'm talking just movie stars that have that kind of money. Why aren't you helping more, animals or, a lot of people, the animals are last on the list, but they should be, up there too. Because, well, they're not helping people. So if you don't like people, then help animals. So there shouldn't be so many, struggling animal rescues. I would be giving so much money to those.
Why isn't, people like Robert Downey Jr., who made, I think, $400 million from the Iron Man deals, why isn't he hiring a couple cops and walking in the hood handing out $1,000 to people?
Yeah, cash.
Why not? Why not? The amount of money, like
people aren't conditioned to do that, but you do see on the news all the time the people walking around volunteering to clean up and do this and that. So why don't you see rich people doing that all the time with their money?
Because rich people the majority tend to be real cocksuckers, and they're obsessed with like anybody that's got $200 billion. It's so that amount of money is so obscene. It's unfathomable, and that you can't spend it. And it's just a big, I want to show that my money dick is bigger than the other guy's money dick, and like they work harder than the billionaires work harder than anybody. Yeah, they do. They work harder bribing.
Conning
and
getting
their
things
way,
done their
and
way.
they get whatever they want. You got $1 billion, you can do whatever you want in America. You can do whatever you want. You'll never go to prison, and you can do whatever the fuck you want.
Mm-hmm.
And that don't make them a harder worker. Fuck that shit. I'm so sick of that shit when people say that. The billionaires work harder than anybody. Yeah, they're fucking con artists, and they're working against you.
I mean, these volunteers are the big getting the, I just drive by volunteers like picking up trash on the side of the road, and I'm just like, what a bunch of suckers, Because the thing is, like the company or whoever they're working for is probably still getting paid for that, and then they're pocketing that cash and just using volunteers.
Yeah.
It's like you're really not making a fucking difference volunteering besides putting money into a billionaire's pocket. Or, somebody who's at least...
Yeah, don't ever volunteer for a large corporation or the government or anything. If you're going to volunteer, go to a local charity. And go like Donna, sometimes she'd take toys or clothes to the apartment complex where there was, that was a little, poorer
like
than
Section
everybody.
8.
Yeah, Section 8 housing. That's what you could do to actually make a difference. Don't ever volunteer Susan Komen or any of that
bullshit.
shit.
And everybody, you see, and they count on it being, you can't say that in front of people. That's horrible. What kind of horrible person are you for saying that? But it's the truth. And you don't, and, just like giving out, money to, someone just said that on here. Like if you pass out money in the hood, Killer JP, that's not a tax write-off. It's like everybody's been conditioned to only do it if you can write it off on your taxes. Why, and it's like and those people don't need to write it. They don't need the help. They don't need to write it off on their taxes. You can still go give money to animal rescue, and not just animal shelters like the Humane Society and those people that have CEOs that make a shitload of money. Your local rescues are the ones that are really struggling.
There's
and
so
they do
many.
a lot of good. There's some, of course, that aren't great. They maybe have become overwhelmed, but there are some that are on Facebook and stuff that you can see that, they do a lot of work. And talk about not being able to go anywhere or do anything when you have an animal rescue. But give money to them. They're always struggling. Always. And give it to them instead. And you can write it off with a lot of those local ones. They have to sign up to be, tax write-offs. But give it to them. Quit giving money to any of these big companies.
You should be able to give money to anybody and document it and get a tax write-off.
But you can't because they only want you to give it to the big corporations,
Who are
the
gonna
big ones that steal it.
And they steal it, and then they give part of it to the government as bribes.
Woo! USA.
How about
USA?
USA. We'll switch gears and go to video sent to Fox 25 News shows students at Deer Creek High School kissing and sucking on feet.
What?
What are they doing that for?
The students volunteered in challenges to help raise money for their annual philanthropy week. So let's check out the high schoolers sucking toes video.
What? Who would come up with that?
I don't know.
And why?
They're licking adults' toes.
That's just weird.
This is weird.
What kind of fucking school? What are they looking?
I mean, it's just like it looks obscene.
Mm-hmm.
It looks.
It does. What are they doing this for?
And what are they doing? Some kind of charity to raise money. They're probably, you know how it goes. You could do 3 laps, you get, $1 a lap, or if you suck, you get $1 a toe on this or something like this.
I mean, what? Are they going to get in trouble? Like, if you are a teacher and your school forces you to get your toes sucked by a kid, are you at fault for that?
I don't even understand how this would even happen, or how anybody in the world would think this was a good idea. Look, Trace, if Lauren started sucking on your fingers, you might get aroused, right? Come on.
What about it?
I'm just saying.
You're saying.
So this is... if somebody's sucking on your toes, you might be going, "Hey, wow, that's some, that's not cool. That's not cool at all.
That's weird, man.
It's totally weird."
He is devouring them.
He's devouring. God,
the motion is that of something else.
Yeah.
And this is disturbing. Look, they blurred their faces. These kids would be ruined for life.
Yeah.
Toyo Tommy says it was a fundraiser to start a new Epstein Island.
That's what it. That's what it is. It's the Epstein Island fundraiser. Jesus God Almighty. I think it was in Oklahoma or something.
I mean,
what a bunch of yahoos.
Am I brilliant? Am I a genius? Like, I walk around life, thinking like I'm not, one of the smartest people in the world. And other times I walk around like I'm so much smarter than all these dumb people that are around me. How do you get a whole school? If I worked at this school, I'd be going to the principal. Like, I don't think this. We shouldn't do this toe sucking thing. It's pretty fucking weird.
Not one person said that.
I'd
be looking on in horror. We were all looking on in horror. I think everyone's. It said the video starts, it says graphic warning. Graphic warning. Video sent to Fox shows students at Deer Creek High kissing and sucking on feet.
Why would there be a graphic warning if it wasn't graphic?
Oklahoma. So that's kind of proving what I said. Oklahoma, Kansas, man, those Midwestern states over there, dumbest people ever.
Yeah.
Stupidest people. Kansas takes the cake. Oklahoma, obviously. A quick second.
I mean, people just have terrible ideas, and people, I don't know if they don't discuss it with everybody, or they're, like one time we had magical butter in at the old show for the homeless people going in, and we were like 5 minutes away from feeding, these 12 homeless people all this magical butter without even telling them. And I was like, these are homeless people that could have warrants. They could be on probation. They could
have a knife.
They could have a knife. They could,
freak out.
And freak out because they've never done this many, eaten this much pot. And it's like, even if we do tell them, this is still a terrible idea. So I told them, and they're like, oh, yeah, I guess that isn't a good idea, isn't it? And so and then I go tell, the magical butter guy, like, oh, we can't have, and he gets all pissed off at me because he bought all this food and making weed food for all these homeless people. And then they're like, can we do it without the weed? And he's like, that's the whole fucking point of my confidence, And
so can you imagine, like, these people now, who put this on, and I talk about a shitstorm.
Yeah.
You're viral all over the country because you had these kids sucking toes, and it was your idea, and you're the one that did it. Have to do the follow up on this and see if anybody gets in trouble.
I can't believe they were going to feed all those. That's never a good idea to give people stuff with laced with marijuana or anything without telling them.
I mean, these people.
No, it really is
horrible idea.
People like somebody did that at a wedding.
At a
remember?
wedding, yeah.
And the people are all freaking out. It's like people. If you've never had an edible, and you eat an edible, like a full edible, your mind's gonna be blown, and you're gonna want to go to the hospital, and you're gonna be freaking out.
Those people could get drug tested at work and lose their jobs.
Oh man,
Yeah. Not to mention, nobody wants to get fucking high as a kite without knowing that's gonna happen to them ever.
I mean,
that's a dick move.
These homeless people, we were already feeding them touch vodka and beer like all day. I mean, they were all pretty fucking trashed. You go collect a group of 12 alcoholic homeless people and start giving them a bunch of liquor and beer, you're gonna get pretty trashed pretty fucking quick. That's their goal of the day, and it's happening at 7:00 in the morning. They're like, oh, my day. It's already only 7:00, and I'm already got my whole point of my day done. Getting fucked up. And then
imagine go ahead.
The crazy thing was always the part you saw and heard was always just these people coming in and then us leaving and taking them back. That was the most extreme part.
That's what I was going to say.
Picking them up and then dropping them off. You got 12 drunk people in this ice cream van. Fucking just
try not to get them to jump out while you're
trying
driving.
to fucking contain these homeless people.
And imagine if they were out of their minds on high. And we're freaking out because they were so high.
But one time we did the homeless ball licking.
What?
And he paid like one of them to lick another one's balls. The whole segment. It's like, tomorrow the homeless are gonna. It's like, that's just too much for me. It's like, I don't think you need to, forcing guy. Well, not forcing, but basically, $20, $20 to lick this guy's balls. I think I did a song about it. I was right there with it. I mean, there's nothing I could do. I was like, I would give the occasional. Should we really do that? Shut up. Okay, I'll do a song about it.
I was so duped at one point that they'd have people coming in to do stuff like that, and I'm just like, this is what goes down at my work.
Get jaded to it.
Somebody's going to come in here and lick some other homeless guy's balls today. That's just,
Somebody's going to poop in a diaper, and somebody's going to lick some balls. It's just the way it went.
I mean, I can't even believe that show lasted as long as it did, with how woke everybody's getting nowadays. I mean, are they still doing that? I wonder if he's still doing any of that stuff. I don't hear anything about that.
No, I don't think he does any of that. I don't think you can.
I mean, even at the very end, he was still, shoving things up Tuttle's butt and, doing all this.
Was he still? What did he shove up Tuttle's butt?
Having like the squirt Olympics, and he shoved a funnel up Tuttle's ass.
Squirt Olympics.
And poured something in his ass.
I was probably sent home earlier that day.
Who was in charge of putting that inserting that into his butt?
Who?
The funnel.
Bubba was shoving it up his butt.
That's not surprising at all.
I was like, does that surprise you?
That must have been some kind of obsession, right? Fetish.
Oh yeah,
it was something.
Everything was a fetish. Kegel with Hogan says Trey saved the BRN with the homeless deal.
Damn it!
By stopping. I was gonna say, I don't think he did save the BRN.
No, it was unsavable.
in another direction said, homeless cooking show was great. Did he really cut his finger off? Somebody's supposed to cut their finger off?
Probably not.
I don't remember. I vaguely remember that.
I don't remember it.
But I think they need to change the name of the BRN. Bubba Radio Network. Get real. Get real. There's no network. Ain't no fucking network. Lost all that network. Lost every single thing of the network. All right. On that note. On that note, thanks for tuning in to ClusterF. We will see you tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock.
Yep.
All right.
See you tomorrow. Have a good day.
I'd say I'm feeling okay, but every time I say that, it comes back. So I won't say that.
Yeah. Just take it easy today.
Trying to take it easy. I just want to exercise. I just want to exercise. All right. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow morning.
See ya.
8 o'clock.